bad, immoral, and wrong.
This is the
We ready to rock and roll?
show.
Do it.
Piping hot and delicious.
The Modern Eater.
Food, 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 food. Come and get it.
And now your hosts, Greg Hollenbeck,
Mics are hot.
Brian Freeman.
You better believe it.
Yeah, baby, let's do this.
Here it is. The Modern Eater Show, live from Studio Kitchen, Colorado on a beautiful, beautiful June afternoon. And Brian Freeman, he's not with us today. I'm Greg Hollenbeck. Brian Freeman, he's doing family stuff. So, Brian, we'll see you next week when we head out on road trip.
Go organic.
Go organic.
Go organic.
That's the voice.
Wait, no. Hands in.
Oh, yeah.
And
One, two, three.
Go organic.
That wasn't
proper way
that
to do
wasn't
a cheer,
That wasn't
Jay.
awkward. But hey, the good news is I touched a woman's hand, so this is a successful weekend for me.
We're starting out the show good right there.
Hot night, Jay.
Wow.
That's the voice of Jay Parker, and Jay slides into the co-host role here tonight, along with Little Rich Snyder. Rich, here we are.
I'm usually in the corner.
You're usually
It's nice to be up at the adult table today.
Richie in the corner now. You're at the adult table, but we'll still do the corner. Too when we go.
Awesome.
We're gonna put you back there.
Awesome.
Just
I
so
only
you
need
know.
one segment to be punished. That's fine.
And the voice right there, the one hand you'll touch tonight.
Yeah, that's
for
right.
this weekend.
Yeah.
Keep holding hands. If you
Hey,
want.
listen, don't freak me out. I have a hard enough time talking around women as it is. If I'm holding a hand, I'm no good.
Colleen Ferreira, Executive Director of the Colorado Chefs Association. Welcome back to the show, Colleen.
Thank you. Can we really talk about the elephant in the room right now?
Which is what?
Everybody's at the Garth Brooks concert.
Everybody. We're not.
Except the amazing people in this room
Yes, that's right.
who are celebrating food.
And
So if you get tired of the hot dog and beer over there, come over here.
Don't-
You're just down the street.
don't come over here, please.
Yeah, actually, never mind. Don't come over here.
This is a private one because we've got a great lineup for you here tonight on the just right there. Next week, next Saturday, we set sail on a fantastic road trip. It's 7 days in a row, a circle in Colorado with some of the finest ranches, farms, breweries, distilleries, mills, all that you can imagine. A sourcing road trip that leads us back to July and August for the Summer Dinner Series, benefiting the apprenticeship program from the Colorado Chefs Association. So it's a busy, already just hitting the ground running here in springtime, busy summer ahead of us. And looking forward to telling you more about this road trip, which we will release all of the information on the Modern Eaters Facebook page on Monday morning. And I'm very excited to share that with everyone.
That video is hilarious.
Oh, the promo video.
Especially the end.
Which is the end. So a lot of ground to cover tonight and a full show. Colleen's here with us, of course, and then Chuck Helmer is going to join us in the next segment from Haystack Mountain Goat Dairy. And looking forward to that. I've been actually wanting to meet Chuck for quite some time. 6:30 here on 630 KHOW and iHeart Radio Station is Chef Mark Henry, Rooster House of Ramen and Happy Belly Taco. We met Mark just this past week.
We did, and he's a character. He's a character, full of personality, full of life. And you run into a lot of chefs like that. A lot of chefs are really grounded to what's real, and it's like they don't get it. It's like I'm cooking stuff right now, and so he definitely fits that mold, which I love.
Can't wait to show him off at 6:30. And then at 6:45, we're going to keep Chef Henry around with us because Elin Wenzel is going to join the show from Element Knife Company. And Chef Henry has a real affinity with knives as well. So that will be cool to get those guys together. Mary Mino, Colorado Restaurant Foundation at 7 p.m. Kendra Bennett and Valerie Mercado, Honey Bunchies. We met these gals at a local food show.
Let me tell you something.
I did.
Honey
All right.
Bunchies gals, man. They're right over here.
What I
They're
do
right
wrong?
there. No, you didn't do anything wrong. I'm just saying.
I already got a box.
I'm telling.
It's good stuff.
My son loves these.
They are absolutely
good.
delicious. I mean, I can't
There's
even.
nothing
I left
left.
one in my car for a month and a half, and I told them this story, and I'm not proud of it, but that's just who I am. It was a month and a half to 2 months, right? And then I got hungry one day, and it had melted and then it thawed, and melted and then hardened and melted, and I ate, and it was delicious. Now I don't know if that's something in the chemical that works out that
There are
way.
no
There's
chemicals.
no chemicals
It
in
is
here.
absolutely
Perfect.
natural ingredients.
Aging.
7:30, Marvin Williams, Abrusci, Fire and Vines, going to join us along with John Irvin and Gluten Free Things. We're going to talk about some delicious desserts that they have at Abrusci's featuring John Irvin's product. And then last but not least, these guys, Grant and Dave. 7:45. Joyride Brewing Company in the house for booze in the news, all the booze news you can use. So, full lineup. We're going to hit the ground running, but there's something I want to mention because I'm looking forward to it. It's the golf tournament for the Colorado Chefs Association. The theme is international this year, right?
Golfing around the globe. I thought, why not have everyone we know represented out on the golf course? So we're a different type of golf tournament. We're different than the normal ones where you go out there. And this is serious, but it's about the food, too. So it's about food and golf. We're going to go out there. Every third hole you play, there's going to be a different bite or beverage for you to enjoy. So we're talking about Elevation Ketchup. They're going to be doing Bloody Marys. We're going to have Japanese Wagyu beef sliders out there. We're going to have oysters out there. Little Rich is debuting a new chip out there for our golfers as well.
And beer.
There will be beer.
There will be beer. Which is funny because last year, Rich, you were manning a hole. Is that what you call it, manning a hole?
You were manning a hole last year?
It doesn't sound right.
Do you remember when the Modern Eater?
Do
you remember when the Modern Eater crew rolled up? Man, we were
happy.
Yeah.
Very happy.
We're the quiet group, that's for sure.
And it was so much fun. So I'd encourage. I'm assuming people can still go in singles or.
You can go in singles. You can go to foursome. You can sponsor a hole if you can't even be there, just to have your name right there shining on hole 16, 17, wherever you choose. So it's golfing around the globe. .eventbrite.com. Still some tickets left. And I would say, if you're in the industry and you just want to hang out with some of your favorite chefs for the day and golf with them, this is fun. If you're not in the industry and you just love golf, or even if you don't, but you like really good food, get out there and play with us.
And you can hang out with us ruffians. Are we invited back? I don't even know if we're invited.
To be determined. TBD.
To be determined.
And where is it this year?
It's at Omni.
Oh, that's going to be an awesome course.
Yeah, the home of our favorite chef, Emma Nemechek. And Emma will be doing the dessert that day for the luncheon. So it really is about the food. You get there in the morning, you have an amazing breakfast. Then you go golf where you have all these bites and beverages. And then you end the day with a luncheon crafted by Emma and her staff over there at the Omni. It really doesn't get better than that.
Well, so last year you had some auction items, which I wanted so many of those things. Are you going to be doing something similar to that?
I think we are. I think we're going to be getting some gift baskets and just some really cool things. Everything from whiskeys to beers to gift certificates to restaurants, cooking classes for people that want to cook with their favorite chef. So it'll be a little
things you actually want and use.
Yes, things that you will use.
Not a bucket of keychains.
I'll do that for you.
All right.
And we talk about, sustainability in this industry and health of folks that work in the service industry. Really a day of just rejoicing, relaxing, being together, camaraderie. That's the way you do it. But summer gets busy, so mark your calendar, right? I mean, I look at it right now.
Yeah, July 15th. So it starts bright and early, 7:30 with breakfast, July 15th. It's a Monday, so a lot of people in the industry, food and beverage, you have the day off. It's a great way to spend the day. You'll be out of there by 2:30, 3 o'clock. Go home, take a nap, and get rejuvenated for the week.
2:30, 3 o'clock, I'm staying. It's the Omni. Emma's there. I'll just go eat all the pastries and all the goodies there.
Emma, hook me up with a room. I'll be on. You know what? I'll be on my hole, on the golf hole. I'll man the hole.
Yep.
If that's how we're going to call that. Should I put on another robe?
Sure.
Did you do that last year? Seriously, he had a robe on?
No, at the Hyatt.
That's Richie likes to hang out at hotels in his robe.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I can't blame him.
Okay.
We just call it riching around.
Riching around.
Just riching around. So Colorado Chefs Association, how long you been in your job for? 6 months?
About 6 months.
What's new? What's changed? What's good? I know going to these meetings, and we have a meeting actually.
Gathering.
Gathering.
We're calling it a gathering now. Meeting is a little too formal.
How about a party?
It's a party. It's a soiree. It's
They are a good time.
They are a good time.
They really are.
And anyone who's listening, you don't have to be in the culinary industry to be a member of the Colorado Chefs Association. You can just love food and become a member. It's that easy.
Where's this month's?
This month's meeting.
Soiree.
I
caught yourself.
Yes. Giovannina's Broken Italian, right on Blake Street, downtown Denver. A really cool restaurant. The cool thing about every gathering we have is the education part. We want you to leave with something to inspire you for the rest of the month until we have our next gathering. Mm-hmm. This one, it's about going beyond the restaurant, growing your brand, growing your business, and kind of mistakenly falling into success. How do you do that?
I'm still trying to figure that one
right?
out myself.
Well, we found someone who's pretty darn good at it. So he's going to share his story, and kind of educate us as to how we can also grow our brands and businesses.
Are those the guys from Desert Peak, or who's doing that?
Yeah, Desert Peak's doing it. Shamrock's
You got a
jumping
whole.
in.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. You got a
It's
bunch
going to
of
be
good stuff.
awesome.
Shout out to our
Yes,
boy
great,
Jason
great.
Wange.
Yeah, and
Love
thank
that
you
guy.
for the Heston range.
Thank you for the
here.
Heston.
Jason.
And Chef Mark is utilizing it to the max tonight with baking some meatballs.
And this Yoder is being used.
Yoder, Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. Thank you for the beautiful Yoder and Big Green Egg.
All's well in the world, and we want to talk cheese next. Colleen, I want you to stick around because, first of all, do the introductions of who's coming up next here.
Chuck Helmer, Haystack Mountain Goat Dairy in Longmont. It's hard not to fall in love with their cheese. Probably you guys know them with their Haystack Peak, their goat cheese, which is to die for. We met them, they emailed us early on in the year and said, you know what, we hear the excitement, we want to be a part of this. So we met with them, and of course you fall in love with their cheese, and they have a really cool story around their cheese. And I'm not going to give it away because Chuck will tell you their story. But a little teaser about Chuck, allergic to dairy his entire life, and yet he started a cheese company.
I'll bet. I think I got an idea. I think I have an idea why. We'll hold that there. We'll take a break. Hey, Richie, do you want to jump in the Richie corner and just grab somebody and talk for a minute? Come on, you're a pro at this.
I'll give it a shot.
Why
Hold on, let me
wouldn't you?
grab a mic. Give me
tap
about
dance.
30 seconds.
I'll do it, man. I'll do it. So, again, we've got a full show for you tonight. I'm really thrilled with how this week unfolded. Studio Kitchen, Colorado is really shaping up. Colleen, you remember when we walked in here, I don't know, before you took the role of executive director, I believe, I showed you all these ideas that I had in Studio Kitchen, Colorado. I'd like to get some TVs up here, and I'd like to get these camera angles. It's finally starting to come together.
You remember we walked in here, there was not one TV, not one camera.
Nothing.
We had some of my friends come in and
Yeah.
say, what can we do with this place? Sky's the limit. And you've really taken that to heart.
Well, we patched it together, actually. And it's, just like any small business, you work within your means, you build when you can, and you seize the opportunity when it's there. And that's really what we've been trying to do.
With a little help from your friends.
With a lot of help
Yeah.
from our friends and a lot of friends here. So Colleen Ferreira here with us, executive directress. My mom wants me to say that. I don't know if that's
I
weird.
love your mom. I sang happy birthday
I
to Greg's
know-
mom on
I
the
know
phone the
you
other
did.
week. The highlight of my day, the week.
Oh,
year.
hey, that reminds me. I have a birthday present for your mom.
Oh, you do? Oh, fantastic. You have to
Just throw that in there.
There
you
Can
go.
I ask you what it is? She's probably watching.
It's a porcelain fowl.
It's a porcelain.
I was going to use a different word, but it's yeah.
Yeah.
She knows. I told her. It's my thing. On people's birthday, I buy them porcelain fowl.
Yeah, it's a cock, right?
Yeah.
And you put those around.
Yeah.
That's a really kitchen symbol.
Is it?
And especially in the industry.
I'll get like goose and things like anything that's a bird.
I didn't get one.
When was your birthday?
In March.
We have to take a break, Colleen. I'd like to get into that, but we just don't have time.
All right, we will break, take that quick turnaround, and Little Rich is set up in the Little Rich corner right now. And here's the thing, we're live on Facebook as well, so if you want to see all the action here in the studio tonight, I'd encourage you to just check in on Facebook. And again, Road Trip 2019 kicks off next Saturday. So we'll keep you updated from the road. 7 shows in a row, 7 nights in a row. Jay, we're going to be working hard. All right, we'll take a break on our iHeart station. Stick around. We'll be back in a flash on the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Thanks, Greg. I'm over here in the corner with our friend Elon.
Hey.
And, there's a lot of stuff going on here. The sights, the smells. One segment on the table, and I'm back in the corner in timeout. Doesn't take me long.
Good to be here.
But I wanted to bring my friend Elon over here.
Hello.
Elon, Element Knives, it's anything and everything knives.
Yes, sir.
I mean, this guy's got a selection over here on the table. That's why you've got to come down to the show and see what he's got.
Yeah, Studio Kitchen, Colorado, home of the Modern Eater Network.
That's right. Now, so Elon, because he has everything knives. What's the top end and bottom end on the prices of your knives? What's the entry?
Bottom end, we're going to look at $65 for a paring knife, working up to $100 to $150 for a all-purpose pro or home chef's knife, and then we're working up into the $200, $300, $400 range for top-of-the-line chef's knives, and then specialty Japanese sushi knives, et cetera, et cetera. We're up into the $800 range.
This is the best guy I've ever seen on knives. He did an exhibition for us a year ago. I still can't believe.
That was fun.
You want to up your game, you want to get a better knife, and you want to be local, here's your guy.
Thank you, Element Knife Company.
Thanks, Dylan.
Appreciate you.
Thank you so much. We'll be back in just a few.
Perfect. Did we go over?
Right.
Hi, I'm Andrew Moore, brewmaster at the Intrepid Sojourner Beer Project. At Intrepid Sojourner, beer tells a story inspired by my adventures as a well-traveled archaeologist. My recipes draw inspiration from all over the world, from historical styles like satis, greitzers, and kvass, to adjunct beers inspired by flavors from international cuisines. My beers broaden the horizons of what beer can be. Explore Basil IPA and Turkish Coffee Stout. Enjoy Chai Brown Ale. Taste Lavender Tripel and the distinctive Horchata Milk Stout. Thoughtfully sourced spices and herbs enhance flavors inherent to indigenous beer styles. My sincere hope is that Intrepid Sojourner Beer Project will inspire adventure and wanderlust. Come visit the tap room and share your tales with friends and plan your next sojourn. Located at 925 West 8th Avenue in the heart of the Arts District on Santa Fe. For everything Intrepid, look us up online at sojournerbeers.com and remember to drink globally, locally.
Hey, it's Greg Hollenbach for Gluten Free Things. Are you intolerant or sensitive to gluten? Or maybe you're a gluten-free lifestyler? Is your menu limited because you've eliminated gluten from your diet? Are you missing the taste of foods that traditionally contain gluten? What if I told you that you can add breads, pizzas, muffins, cakes, cookies, waffles, croissants, English muffins, the list goes on, right back to your menu? Gluten Free Things is a local gluten-free and vegan bakery that reintroduces you to the foods you love. Owner John Irvin believes gluten-free shouldn't taste like the box that it's packaged in. Trust me when I tell you, the products from his bakery in Arvada are fresh, flavorful, and masterly crafted, leaving you with a product that tastes like the real thing. Simply delicious. The bakery is located in Arvada on 64th and Sims across the street from Arvada West High School. Check out their website at glutenfreethings.com.
Yo.
Amazed with the variety of gluten-free products.
Yo, I am here.
Gluten-free restaurant guests without options. Contact John at info@glutenfreethings.com. That's info@glutenfreethings.com to see what he.
Yeah, I can do that.
Give him a shot.
Yep.
1651 West 64th Avenue in Arvada. It's Gluten-Free Things.
Hey, you guys. Jay Parker here for Encore Energy. How much are you paying for your natural gas?
30 seconds till we're back, guys.
And on your natural gas bill? Of course you would. You're not crazy. Encore Energy and Brian Rizzuto can do just that. Save you money. Give Brian a call, 720-245-5771. Maybe you own a restaurant or a brewery and use a ton of natural gas. This is how you save money. Get a free savings review from Brian Rizzuto and Encore.
We have probably 6 or 7 minutes here before we got to go back to break.
5771. Save 10 to 20% on your natural gas bill right.
No worries.
This is Justin Brunson.
No worries. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't doing something that, or I was.
To the modern
Right on.
On the iHeartRadio.
All right, guys, you're hot.
Dee Mr. Tweedy, the voice of Justin Brunson there, a chef in the Summer Dinner Series, and looking forward to that as we'll tell you more about Road Trip 2019 on Monday when we release everything on our Facebook page. Brian Freeman out today, Jay Parker right here alongside.
It's been a while since we've done this.
I like this.
You know, yeah, this is fun. Yeah.
Me and Jay, we spend so much time together.
That's right.
But people think Colleen, do we sound alike? Jay and
do we sound alike, Jay and I?
No, I don't think you. Not yet. Maybe next year. Ask me.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time with you guys, but
maybe you'll start sounding like Jay.
it would be an honor.
Colleen Ferreira rejoins us, Colorado Chefs Association, and now we have a great pleasure. And here he is with us, and Chuck Helmer, Haystack Mountain Goat Dairy. How are you, sir?
Doing well. Thanks for having me on.
I recognize the labels. I eat your product. I'm a fan. This is fantastic. Could you please start at the beginning, just like Alice in Wonderland, and tell us how you developed this concept?
Well, Haystack started long before I got there, but what I try to do is introduce more flavors and more cheeses and more milks. So actually what we have laying out here today is we've got 2 cow cheeses and 3 goat cheeses. And what we try to do is make cheeses that are traditional methods, clean labels, handmade, and small batch.
Can you believe that that's not normal? Can you? I mean, it just blows my mind all the time. That's non-conventional, my friend.
It's sadly but true.
So going into the non-conventional, this high-quality product, well, where did that ethos come from with the company? And it's very hard to stay that way.
Jim Schott, the founder of the company, started it back in 1989, and he was looking for a new life and came back from Wisconsin and decided he wanted to do 3 things. Spend more time with his family, work closer to the soil, and make a cheese that was better than they make in France.
And this stuff stands up to the stuff that I had in Paris years ago. It does. If you've had the product, you know. Obviously, they're famous for their the Haystack Peak goat, but the other stuff they have is so good. The Gold Hill, a smoked goat cheese. Have you had smoked goat cheese?
I want to try everything right now.
Yeah, try the smoked goat cheese. And open, there goes. I just rolled the goat cheese log right off the cheese board. Sorry about that, Chuck.
Yeah.
And Chuck, you have a dairy allergy.
I do. I'm allergic to cow and goat. In fact, that's what got me into the business. I was allergic to cow cheeses, and I was so hungry for some cheese. I met Jim and decided I would join the dairy and start making cheese. And it took me 3 months to try goat cheese. I tried it. Very little effect, so I started eating it. But then we started making cow cheeses again, and now my allergies are back.
Oh, the allergy. That's okay.
But you can enjoy goat's cheese.
Oh, yeah, a little bit. It's affected both. But our cow cheese is so good, it's hard when you work there not to eat the cheese. So it's, I just tried a little bit, and I've already sampled a little bit of the Gold Hill, which is right now our flagship cheese. So.
And you guys won a huge award for that.
Yep, that cheese won the Best American Cheese in 2017 at the World Cheese Awards in London, and we're very proud of that. So.
You guys, when you start working with someone, you think, I need to like their story to like them. And when we met, I thought, Haystack has a really cool story. And it sometimes can get a little controversial, but I like talking about that because people need to know where their food is coming from. And Chuck, you guys have a unique way of getting your milk. Tell us about that.
So since 2006, we've been buying milk from Colorado Correctional Industries. That's where we get our goat milk, and they've had a goat dairy there. And they started out with a couple hundred goats, and now they're up to about 1,500 goats. So we've been buying milk from them.
Local,
yes.
All local
Canyon
milk.
City.
And you're giving people a job who may have otherwise not had one.
Right. So they're getting trained in job skills. There's some people, what are you going to do when you get out of prison? You're not going to be working on a dairy. But you learn things like how to get to work on time, how to work with others, how to work for your boss, and things that just behavior patterns that I think are very helpful when you get out of prison.
I think you're right. And I think it was 4 years back, maybe the news article came out about that I read in the Denver Post. And me personally, I don't have a problem with that at all because I think it's something that's very well needed. And to stick your necks out like that, that's an interesting thing. So forge ahead, I say. I take these crazy tests. It's called an ALCAT test. And it takes you a sampling of 500 basic foods that you eat all the time and test it towards your blood to see what's inflammation, what you may have allergies to, so on and so forth. 3 things came back.
And can I tell you what they are?
You know them?
Yeah. Sage, carrots, and dairy milk.
Cow's milk.
Cow's milk.
Well, I'll still do it. I'll take some inflammation for cheese because I like the cheese. But the goat, I can do that. I can that works perfectly fine for me. So the alternative to cow's milk, a lot of people are going towards the goat.
We find a lot of people that, in fact, every time I do a farmer's market, there's probably 5 to 10 people that tell me about their allergies and that they went to goat milk because of that. So it's one of the things that allowed me to eat dairy for a long time until I started eating cow cheese again.
Mm-hmm. Let me tell you this: I've been eating this goat cheese for off and on for a while. And it's so awesome to meet Chuck from Haystack and put a face to the label and go like, far out here, he's right here,
But have you had
and
the
it's delicious.
Funkmeister?
I have, but I was in community college, and it's different. But
the Funkmeister.
Which one is it?
It's that one.
It's this one right here. Do I do like the whole thing? Oh God!
It's creamy. It's amazing.
It's a stinky cheese.
I have to get
you
in
just,
on that.
you want to just.
Oh
this
man!
whole thing?
Okay, how does it get its stink?
Gooey.
It's
that's funky.
It's a wash rind cheese, so you wash it with bee
God.
linens.
Do I just eat? I don't need to cook this or anything like it. You just smell it and then eat it.
Yep.
It's delicious.
We're not talking because we're eating.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff. I turned you on to this goat's cheese back, 3 years back. I was making chicken. I took the chicken and I got the skin real nice, and then I'd go underneath the chicken with this cheese, and I'd melt the cheese and then drizzle some balsamic reduction on it. Oh, man, there's a dinner for you right there.
How many different types of cheeses do you guys have?
We make 35 cheeses, which is incredible when you think about a company as small as ours.
35. Of course, the signature is the Haystack Peak.
Yeah.
But to think of, I
And the
had
Gold
the
Hill.
and the Gold Hill. But to think about, they have this green chili cheese.
Oh yeah, we've got a couple Jack styles. That the goat version was so good, we made a cow version of two. So now we've got two Jack styles with green chilies and.
Throw that on a burger, you're
Oh,
happy. Yeah.
So I know where to get this stuff, but some people may not.
So yeah, we selling at King Soopers, Whole Foods, Natural Grocers, Alfalfa's, the Rocky Mountain Cheese Company out in Idaho Springs, and probably 100 different restaurants in the area.
Wow.
And you can go and take a tour. You can actually
Right.
see where the magic happens in Longmont.
We do tours, 2-hour tours, and it includes tasting at the end. That usually takes about a half an hour to do that.
That's going to
tasting
happen.
alone.
Colleen, will you go with us?
Oh, yes.
You will?
I don't have to think. Yes.
Thank you so much. And Chuck, thanks for coming by. You're going to enjoy the rest of the evening with these folks?
Sure.
And serve up some delicious cheese. Thank you so much.
You're
what
welcome.
a great addition. Thank you for the introduction, Colleen.
Cool story. Great local product. Is it hyper local as it gets?
Hyper local is it? Absolutely.
And
it
it's
is.
as cheesy as it gets too, man.
Do you like that funky cheese?
Ooh, it was funky, baby. I like it a lot. Now, to be totally honest,
It didn't smell like it tastes.
I would have. No, it didn't. You're right about that. But I
mean,
would.
it didn't taste like it smelled.
Well, I mean, I got you. I would have not eaten that large of a piece of just cheese. That's a me thing because I'm not a. Cheese isn't my thing. Bread is my thing. Delicious, don't get me wrong, but I put like a pizza-sized piece of that all in my mouth, And in retrospect, I should have just, a little sample of cheese. You don't need much.
Our friend from Colorado Springs is coming up, Chef Mark Henry and Rooster House of Ramen and Happy Belly Taco. He's working away here, and he's got some friends here with him tonight. So cool to have him in studio with us. Live from Studio Kitchen, Colorado. Again, on Monday, we will be releasing our road trip schedule, and we actually have a stop along the way, Jay, that folks can come join us.
Yeah, come party.
Colleen, do you like to
with the
camp?
Modern Eater.
One night, she blinked real quick and was like, "Am I going to lie or not?" And you're like, "Actually, probably."
Colleen, I dig a hole and I sleep in it, so you're welcome. I'll dig one right next to me. We can hold hands while we're in the holes.
That's a good selling point.
Yeah. We'll stream it live, everything.
So those that do like to camp, you'll get an invitation to come join us out on our road trip. All right, Chef Mark Henry coming up next. Do you want to stick around and hear what the chef has to say?
I'd love to.
Okay, Colleen's going to keep on with us. I like it when she does. All right, we'll take a break, and we'll come right back from Studio Kitchen, Colorado. You're listening to The Modern Eater Show.
Great segment, Greg. Colleen, stay there. I mean, when you look at Greg and Jay, I mean, come on, that's a no-brainer. Speaking of handsome people, John Irvin, return back home. Brother, I'm so proud that you came back.
Well, thank you very much.
And you know what? Normally I'm asking them questions. I'm asking people questions. I want to tell you what I know about this man's products. And I don't know anything about the technical end of his products. But here's what I can't tell you, what we've seen here time and time again. It's soft. It has that texture, that soft sponge feel of regular bread. It's eating gluten-free without a compromise. And I mean, it's ready to go. It's got the flavor. It's got the taste. Truly, you don't feel like you've got celiac disease or you're trying to eliminate gluten.
Well, the thing is that tonight, what you're going to taste, Marvin's going to come on a little later here. He's going to do a gluten-free tiramisu. And everybody's been going nuts with it.
Kidding me? Gluten-free tiramisu? Okay, we're going to bring Marvin back up. Later on, we're going to do a segment. I'm going to bring him back up so we can show everybody.
He makes some great things.
We're going to do that. Marvin, we'll see you up here in just a little bit. Keep making that tiramisu. We're going to take a break. We'll be back.
We heard the excitement. This year, we are creating a stir in the culinary community. This is your personal invitation to join us on our constant culinary adventure. Let us know.
By the way, guys, Zach is good to go in 45, so 10 minutes from now.
Whether you are a chef, purveyor, brewer, baker, we are here to build your brand, your business, and connect you with Colorado's culinary community. Join us. I'd love to hear from you. Email me, Colleen at acfcoloradochefs.org.
Hey, chef friends, it's Little Rich here from Raquelitas Tortillas. Raquelitas, known for hyperlocal, innovative, and healthy tortillas and chips, served by Colorado's top chefs, and that's why we only use Colorado Mills sunflower oil. If you, too, want to serve the healthiest
His next break.
tasting foods, you must use Colorado Mills. Colorado Mills is hyperlocal, Colorado-grown, cold pressed in Lamar, Colorado. Whether you bake, fry, or saute, get your Colorado Mills today. Available through Shamrock, Growers Organic, and Dawn Foods. For the best oil in the business, use Colorado Mills.
Hey, pizza lovers. It's your pizza guy here, Jason McGovern with Crush Pizza and Tap right here in Denver, Colorado. With your help, let's make pizza great again. Come into Crush Pizza and Tap for our award-winning pizza, wings, and local beer. But we're serving up 3 styles of pizza for you to crush. Dig into our Chicago deep dish with sauce on top of the cornmeal crust. And don't forget about our Sicilian
1 minute, 10 seconds till you're back.
edges and that soft crust. Don't forget about America's Pizza. How could you do that? Crush Pizza and Tap's hand-tossed pizza will take your taste buds back to that neighborhood pizzeria you loved as a kid. You like deals? Come in and mention the Modern Eater and get a buy one, get one free on our hand-tossed pizzas any day of the week. Man, that's good. Lastly, don't forget to crush our award-winning smoked wings. They're Little Rich approved and loved by everyone. Crush Pizza and Taps conveniently located at 1200 West 38th Avenue, just minutes from downtown. Come and crush pizza with us. We've been making pizza great again since 2012.
I know the dumb button's right here, buddy.
Bake the best, bake with the best. Little Rich here from Raquelitas Tortillas and the Modern Eater. Our wraps.
I've heard that before.
Yet they're soft and delicious. What's my secret? Ardent Mills. Organic, ancient, and heirloom grains like quinoa, spelt, and more. Locally headquartered in Denver, Colorado, Ardent Mills provides the industry's broadest range of traditional and organic flours, whole grains, customized blends, and specialty products.
10 seconds.
Providing the culinary industry with the next grains and unique plant-based ingredients. I love Ardent Mills, and I know you will too. To bake the best, you must use the best. Learn more at ardentmills.com.
Hey, this is Brother Luck from Colorado Springs. All right, you ready? Owner of 4 by Brother Luck and Lucky Dumplings. I mean, he's a very, very impressive man.
All right, guys, you're going to be hot.
With the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
All right, back at it. Greg Hollenbach, Jay Parker, Brian Freeman off this week. We'll see him for our road trip when we set sail next Saturday, the 15th in the morning. We head into Colorado Springs, and this man's stomping ground. Colleen's here with us still. Thank you, Colleen.
Thanks for having me.
And then the introduction, Chef Mark Henry from Rooster House of Ramen and Happy Belly Taco. Welcome, Chef.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you bringing me on.
Good to see you. We met earlier this week. You came, I think you were in town just for something. You're passing by?
Yeah, I come up to Denver a couple times a week. I do roller derby with Rocky Mountain Roller Girls. I'm the head coach for them, and we had a tournament this weekend, so this worked out great.
It did work out great, and we were very lucky because we've been wanting to meet you for a while, but schedules don't match up. Saturday nights are tough for chef owners. You got to be at your place, but here it is. Everything aligned, and all's well in the world. Jay.
Yeah, I was going to say it's one of those things where Mark and I have been emailing back and forth, and it is a schedule thing, and you know, and it's funny because I didn't give up on him, right? But it's like I kind of put it on the back burner because it's like I know he's busy, you know, and that happens all day, every day, right? And then it's fortuitous because I wasn't even thinking about him. He texts me, he's like, "Yo, I'm in town. Can I come down to the kitchen?"
That's because you're always on my mind.
Yeah, and I go, I go, yeah, and so he came down to the kitchen just to hang out and check it out, and then we go, "What are you doing Saturday?" He's like, "Come in and cook. You want me to come in and cook?"
Oh, yeah.
So look how it works out.
Works out great. Talk about your restaurants in Colorado Springs, and you heard the intro on the way in there of Brother Luck, which that was just a coincidence. But you guys are neighbors, right?
Yeah, we are. We actually used to work together, too. He's a great friend of mine, really, really good dude. But we take residence over there on North Tejon down in Colorado Springs, right in the heart of downtown. Trying to elevate the food scene a little bit down there. So right next door to 4 by Brother Luck, I've got Rooster's House of Ramen, which is a elevated Asian American fusion restaurant. And then just about a half a mile down the road there, I've got Happy Belly Tacos, which again is a Mexican fusion restaurant where we do great tacos and serve up all things Raquelitas tortillas.
That is great. Rich would like to hear that. Where is Little Rich? There he is.
Where is Little Rich?
I thought your ears would perk up when you heard Raquelitas or tortillas in general.
They just did.
You put a chicken on our Yoder smoker here today,
Sure
and we're
did.
just going to talk and kind of go back and forth and talk about your restaurants of really what you're serving. It's pretty self-explanatory, tacos and ramen, right?
So Happy Belly Tacos, we do a lot of Mexican-American fusion. We like to use a lot of local ingredients and really flavor-forward, big flavor profiles. Rooster's House of Ramen, we are the first ramen shop that ever opened in Colorado Springs. I think there's 3 now, so you can call us trendsetters. We'll take that. But we do a lot of Japanese, Korean, Chinese fusion down there using really great ingredients as well. Big flavor profiles there also. And really, we're just about the food. we like to play around and, do what makes us happy.
Colleen?
Tell me about your broth. I just feel like I'm a bit of a snob when it comes to the broth, and I haven't had your ramen yet. I feel like I'm missing out on life.
I definitely think you should come down. So we do an all-meat broth. We also just changed our menu and put on a build-your-own section. So we've got 4 different broths. We've got our house broth. We have a coconut miso. We have a
miso?
Or I'm sorry, it's a coconut curry.
Oh, I'm there.
We have a vegetarian miso. Yeah, come on down. You can ride home with me.
But don't you think the broth is such a big statement?
If
you
you don't
can
have the
all
right
the
broth,
toppings, but yeah.
if you don't have the right broth, you don't have a good soup.
Amen.
So we cook ours, long term. We use all of our scraps. We use a lot of really great local product. So we put everything in there, no waste. We're really trying to give back to the system,
I think I'm right, but Little Rich went down there, and he said you turned him on to ramen, and he can't go back now. I think a lot of people would say that when they go there.
I think that's a fair statement to make there, Greg. Once you come down and try the real deal, we're not doing any of this top ramen. So we're doing a lot of. What do you got, Jay?
Jay's got his
and it's and it might be a dumb question, and it might not, but for somebody like me that enjoys top ramen, right? I grew up on it, that whole thing. And I know that there's a million people listening I know, right? But I know that there's somebody listening going like, you know what? I just don't get the difference. Now, I get the difference when I eat the two. Hold on. I get the difference when I eat the two. I'm not saying that. But to somebody that only knows that the freeze-dried ramen noodle, they're like, well, what's different about homemade ramen noodle?
That's a fantastic question for sure. So top ramen packets, as you know them, actually there's a great story behind them. That's world peace. The reason that dried ramen exists is so people could be fed and not angry, so there would be less wars. So what we do is we feed people better food so they're happier. That's why we have Happy Belly tacos as well. Everybody leaves with a happy belly at both of our establishments.
But as far as taste goes, Jay, it's night and day, first of all.
Right.
Secondly, all the ingredients that do you put anything in with your top ramen, Jay?
Well, once upon a time, and here's the thing. I don't want you thinking I'm unhealthy, right? So I don't use the packets of sodium, okay? Right out the window, all right? I use some of the pink salt, that somebody told me to buy. And then I throw some cilantro and some onions.
Oh, so you elevate it.
I'll elevate it for sure, or I'll just, roll out of bed and eat it from last night with nothing in it, But what I'm saying is that the actual noodle is what I'm talking about, not the broth. The actual noodle, fresh versus the freeze-dried. Is it are they made of the same thing, but
absolutely not.
Now they...
No, so our noodles, we use Sun noodles. So all of our noodles are a combination of wheat flour, rye flour. There's a little bit more tooth to them. And then we cook them fresh to order, so it's not dried noodles that you're just reconstituting. We're getting the right tooth, so it's almost like any Italian restaurant where you're looking for al dente noodles.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I like them to have a little bit of a chew to them, and then like one of our signature bowls, the Rip and Rooster. It's actually named after my wife. We use house-made kimchi.
Wait a minute.
You're taking the words out of my mouth. Go.
Rip and Rooster, named after your wife?
Yeah, so
help me with that one.
So I'm up in Denver frequently, like we just talked about, for roller derby. So my wife's derby name is Rip and Rooster.
Oh, okay.
I love that.
We named the restaurant after my wife. She's been with me for a long time and dealt with me being 100 hours in the kitchen. So we created Rooster's House of Ramen as a place where everybody, including my staff and myself, could bring their families. And it's real easy to get wrapped up in this industry where you lose a lot of that, and family's important. I got 3 little girls, and they come in and they act like they own the place. They love it, and Dad gets to cook for them. So I still get to do what I love, but still get to be a part of my family as well.
Oh, man.
And it's, kind of trying to break that trend in this industry where we're all, drug addicts or alcoholics and don't have any families. We want to be family forward.
Oh, Chef, that's dynamite.
Man, I just fell in love with you more.
Yeah, that's the best
I'm an
thing
easy
I've
guy
heard.
to love.
That's the best thing I've heard. Thank you for creating that environment for families.
And Rip and Rooster is here. She's standing right back here. So
enjoying herself, mingling.
Absolutely.
So tell me this: Happy Belly tacos. I'll eat a taco any time of the day, any day of the week.
Good, because we're gonna make some in a little bit.
Okay, then. Thank you. But then when you go to ramen, I think it's only a winter thing. But I should eat ramen in the summer, too.
Absolutely. There's actually a pretty common misnomer. It's just like if you think about ice cream outside of the soup world, but ice cream, you're going to sell more of that in the winter than you will in the summer. It's the same thing with soup. It gives you that nice heat, and you get some bite out of it that you don't typically eat during the summer. and it kind of refreshes your palate. It's almost a palate cleanser. And there's a whole meal in a bowl. You got your salad course with your garnishes. You got your noodles, which are going to sustain you into the night. You got your protein, which is your entree. There's all sorts of stuff going on there. So it's a real great meal that you can eat that will hold you over through the night, so you can be a productive member of society tomorrow and have a happy belly.
Talk about sustainability, which I loved how you touched on that topic quickly as we mourn the anniversary of Anthony Bourdain's death.
Yeah.
And we look at, and Mary Mino is here from the Colorado Restaurant Foundation, who Little Rich is going to join us along with Mary to talk just about that topic. So I'd actually like to hold you over at 7 o'clock, too, to continue with that conversation, because I really think you...
Absolutely. It's a great, it's a real big pushing movement in our industry, and without sustainability, we're not going to have any good food to eat. We're not going to have any good cooks to cook that food. And when the up-and-comers and the front-runners in the industry are done or too broken from doing this work, can't do it anymore, we have nothing but McDonald's to eat.
Man, tell you what, you hit it right there. And they're all our friends, too.
Absolutely.
And we want the best
a great group
for our friends. Knives as well. Knife aficionado?
Absolutely. I'm a chef, so I love knives. I love Alon. It's great to see him up here.
You met Elon at the Ramen Throwdown,
absolutely.
with Tuan Law. So Elon's going to come up next. We're going to play around with some knives a little bit. He's going to show off his wares with Element Knife Company. Colleen, you want to talk knives with us? We've got 3 microphones over there. You can just...
I might stick around.
We'll give you a knife. You can show them how to do it.
The tacos are not done yet, so you've got not much to do yet. Richie's like, dang it, I want a taco. All right, we're going to continue with Chef. Chef, we're really happy to have you here. Mark Henry is with us, and we'll take a break. We'll come back. Chef Elon Wenzel's going to join us, and we're going to check in by phone for just a quick little live with Zach Johnston, the Spice Guy. And he's not able to join us tonight, but I did want to get it in there because Father's Day is rapidly approaching, and he's got a great Father's Day package of spices. What more can you want? I'm going to send my dad.
Well, that's what I give my father-in-law every year, spices.
Really? Mm-hmm. Oh, we got something for you then.
Great. I needed something. Thank you.
Stick around. It's a full show, and so happy to have you joining us here tonight. You can also check us out live on Facebook. Take a break from Studio Kitchen, Colorado. You're listening to the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Thanks, Greg. Another great segment, but no tacos yet. But we're getting close. We're getting close. Right now I'm going to talk about one of our friends from this company, Colorado Mills and Zach. Thanks for coming, Zach.
You're about empty there.
Yeah, well, you know what? We use the heck out of it here. These chefs love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
And you know what's cool? Zach, you bring us oil, but it goes out of here because the chefs try it and they want to take a gallon home with them.
Yeah, so people are seeing the value of it.
I mean, it's awesome, and then they start buying it. So here's a question. I know we've got viewers that are like, okay, I haven't been able to get down there. I want to get my hands on some of this oil. Where can I go get me some of this? Where can I go?
Growers Organic, Brian Freeman.
Not, of course.
Yep. Or Shamrock Foods, Dawn Foods as well. So there's a few others. Yeah, you get Dawn Foods. So yeah, depending on the size and the volume that you need, we can help you out. Or just give me a call also.
This oil, it's the best in the biz. And so is this guy, Zach. Hey,
Thank you.
Take a break. I want you to listen to a couple of words from our sponsors. Listen to them. They will make you better. We'll be back in just a couple minutes.
Aquaponics. As a chef and aquaponics farmer, I get the importance of conserving our limited water supply. Did you know Colorado is suffering from the most severe drought since 2012? Water shortages are very real, especially to Colorado farmers. Now here's the good news. Aquaponic farming uses 90% less water than traditional farming, while producing 4.5 times more food per square foot. Using traditional farming techniques, farmers would flood their fields with large quantities of water, leaving much of this water underutilized and just plain wasted. But because aquaponics is a recirculating system, the only water used is what the plants uptake and some very minor evaporation. South River Aquaponics has been running a 55,000-gallon system year-round for 4 years, and we use less than 500 gallons of water per day. Education is very important to us here at South River Aquaponics. I invite you to learn more about aquaponics at southriveraquaponics.com. South River Aquaponics, the future of farming.
Hey Colorado, this is Brian Freeman, owner of Growers Organic and a host on the Modern Eater Talk Show. Growers Organic is a Colorado sourcing company who provides greatest chefs with the best organic produce. I've been partnering with local and regional farms for the last 20 years, and our returning customers know they can count on us over and over again. Chefs who receive the highest rating on Good Food 100 choose Growers Organic for their organic produce needs because we're experts at bridging the gap between the farm and the table.
5850
in the organic revolution, and go organic with Growers Organic. Look us up online at growersorganic.com.
Hey, Jay.
Owner of Rome Sausage.
Jay.
Local source for all things sausage awesomeness. My family.
So what's up with this one, you said the 1 minute break?
Rome. I'm producing a variety of amazing sausage in small batches.
Okay.
Eye on quality, not quantity. Every batch is made here in the great state of Colorado by hand mixing spices, utilizing lean cuts of pork.
We have news at the top of the hour.
Sourcing ingredients and materials locally. We are committed to supporting local vendors.
You're right. So you want to go just to the legal at 5950.
Hungry yet?
Okay.
Breakfast, hot Polish.
Yeah, he's up after this.
World's best chorizo. You can source all of our sausage through a variety of food service distributors. If your distributor doesn't carry it, call us. We'll come direct. You want a custom item? We'll do that too. Samples and, of course, sausage jokes can be had.
10 seconds, you guys are going to be hot.
Chris at romesausage.com or by phone at 303-296-7663. The modern eater loves Rome sausage, and I know you will too.
Okay, cool. We'll be back to the show in the kitchen segment momentarily, but right now we have by phone, and he's a great sponsor of ours, and Zach Johnson, the Spice Guy, is with us. Hey, Zach, how are you? Zach? Hey, there he is. Zach.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, bud. How are you?
Hey, I'm good, man. I'm just out here cleaning up after a barbecue.
Oh, fantastic. Well, we're in the kitchen where I think probably you wish you were here right now.
I do. I actually wish I could live there. I think I said that last time.
We might be able to make that happen.
Greg and I live here.
Zach, the best spices around. The Spice Guy is your brand coming up, and I wanted to talk about this quickly because I want to get one off of you. I'll even pay for it, man. I'm not looking for a gimme. Colleen Ferreira is here with us, Colorado Chefs Association, Chef Elin Wenzel, myself, and Jay Parker. We're looking for gift ideas for Dad.
Yeah, we've got him. All weekend long, we'll have 20% off for all of our gift boxes for Father's Day. That ends tomorrow night at midnight. So the price came down a bit, makes it super easy, super affordable. If you're in Colorado, it'll be to you by the next day, 2 days at the very most. So just in time to get in for Father's Day.
Father's Day's next Sunday?
Next Sunday. And isn't there something about just when you give your dad a whole thing of new spices just to mess around with on the grill this summer? Now is the perfect time to do that.
It really is. Are you in for one, Colleen?
I'm definitely in for one.
I'm in for one. Elin?
Yep, for sure.
I don't know my father, but thanks for bringing it up, Greg.
Jay, I'm your dad. Send me one. I'm your
he
dad.
makes a good point.
Zach, what else, aside from that, you've got a lot of things going on at the Spice Guy. Give us 30 seconds, would you?
Yeah, so at the Spice Guy this week, we're doing tons of co-packing. So we've got about 15,000 units going to King Soopers this week. It's a cedar plank grilling kit. It's a really fun product. It's got spices already in it, some directions on how to use the kit to cook your salmon or your whitefish or even steak on there. It's going to be a really fun product available at King Soopers here in the short future. As soon as we can get it done, I think it'll be on their shelf. So we've got a ton of work to do in that department, and then we'll be taking care of all of the thousands of chefs that we work with and getting them some of Colorado's best spices at some of Colorado's best prices.
I love it. It's thespiceguyco.com, right?
There it is. You got it.
Thespiceguyco.com. Zach Johnson, wish you were here. We're heading out on the road trip next week. It might be a couple weeks before you see us, but we love you, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah, love you too. See you later.
There he is, Zach Johnson, the Spice Guy. All right, let's hit it in the kitchen.
It's the Modern Eater Show.
Sorry, I didn't know you were coming back to clear that. I went right after he
Now it's time.
wrapped that up.
In the kitchen.
All right.
Keep on feeding you. Kill people.
Brought to you by
Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. Award-winning competition cooks and purveyors of specialty barbecue supplies right here in Denver, Colorado. ProudSoulsBBQ.com.
Feed me all night long.
You're hot.
All night long as we do it here at the Modern Eater Kitchen. Greg Hollenbach, Jay Parker, Brian Freeman off. Dave Avery working both jobs tonight. Thank you, Dave. Colleen's here with us as well. And then Chef Elin Wenzel, hello. Element Knife Company. About 3.5, 4 minutes. Just start talking knives about Element Knife Company.
So Element Knife Company has its origins from 2010. Japanese imported cutlery, some of the best. I've been making sushi for 20 years. Trained sushi in Japan in 2004, had some exposure to some great tools, have used a ton of tools, and am lucky enough to sell 2 of the brands that I have fallen in love with. They're amazing.
You're on Facebook, you can watch this as Elin demos and show that roaming camera over to the corner of all of his knives, Jay, when you have a second there.
Yeah, just quality knife, great edge retention, something for the home chef, something for pros. You can get really great cuts. It makes cooking fun.
He's demoing an apple right now.
Yeah, it's really an extension of your hand when you hold a knife that is built to an artisan quality.
Colleen, do you know? Do you see what he's doing there? And it's
People
so
with
quick.
such fine knife skills make me nervous
Uh-huh.
because if I did something like that, all my fingers would be gone at this point. But Chef, talk about how it makes it easier to do your job.
It makes it easier. It makes it more fun.
Yeah.
It makes cooking approachable. When you have something that works to the degree that these knives work, it's more approachable, like I said.
You're an artist. You need good tools.
Good tools. Good tools
This
for
is the
home
best tool
chefs,
there
for
is.
pros. Yeah, absolutely. And Element Knife Company offers clinics, accessories, locally produced aprons and whatnot, knife rolls. And I'm all about support and education, so offer knife sharpening clinics and knife sharpening skills classes for home or pros.
Go to a restaurant, Colleen, and the whole staff, the chef around, he'll talk about knives, what are your needs. He's not looking for the hard sell. He's just looking to give you exactly what you need to outfit
That's
either
right.
your home kitchen or your restaurant.
Yeah, we'll get you started with one and then get you outfitted with more as time goes on.
So what would you, like someone like Colleen who's nervous, obviously she cooks, she loves to cook. I don't know what kind of knives you're working with at home, but where would you begin just to figure out her needs?
2 minutes.
So we would talk about the size of the knife and getting into an approachable knife size that you feel comfortable with, something that is versatile. And then we would talk about knife safety, how to hold a knife and use a knife, and we would go slow and get started from there. Talk about some of the techniques and fundamentals of how to hold and how to cut.
Well, good knives are for the home cook and the chef.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't think many home cooks think I'm a decent
You're a
chef
good
at
cook.
home, but I have my wedding registry knives, which I call them, which, where I went to Bloomingdale's and it was the most expensive one I got, and they're wonderful, but they're nowhere near.
Does expensive mean better?
Not always, but a lot of the time you get what you pay for. In terms of Japanese cutlery, they're far and above the best. The build, they're handcrafted, the alloys that they're made out of, the technology, the metallurgy, and how they're hand forged. There are some expensive knives out there, and you're paying for name, which isn't going to get you very far when it comes to cooking.
Here's what I love. You have great products. You're a very skilled chef. You're an expert in your field.
Thank you.
You're a small business, and I would encourage anybody who's and again, we were just talking about great gift ideas for Dad. This is a great gift idea, and gifts in general.
Absolutely.
But just quickly, how can people get a hold of you, Elin?
elementknife.com or contact@elementknife.com.
Do it. I'm telling you, just do it. Get a hold of Elin.
Boom.
Thank you.
He's the guy that you want to. I mean, just
I use mine all the time. Remember, he gifted us.
I know, and just quickly, I said, Elin, can I put it in the dishwasher? He almost lost his mind.
Yeah, no,
never put a
never
put
a quality knife in the dishwasher.
All right, I got to thank you, and I have to
Thanks,
thank
guys.
you, Colleen.
Thanks for having us.
Colleen Ferreira, Executive Director of the Colorado Chefs Association. Up next, Mary Mino, Colorado Restaurant Foundation, right here as we continue in the next hour on the Modern Eater Show.
Oh, Greg, another sharp segment. Thank you very much.
I see what you did there, Rich.
You see what I did?
I do.
So, a Little Rich and a Big Mark.
Mark's my dad.
Okay. I got to tell you a story about this guy.
Oh, here we go.
I love you, brother. I tell you what, I'm a taco eating guy.
Me
So
too.
one day I go down to see Mark, and we meet regarding Happy Belly Taco, which thankfully I'm blessed that he's using our tortillas.
We're blessed that you let us have your tortillas, Rich.
Oh, man, what you do with them. But I tell you, I go to Rooster Ramen.
That's right.
Never having ramen. I go in, what should I have? They bring me this bowl. I used to say I was a ramen virgin.
We popped your cherry.
And now I'm kind of I hate to say what I am now. I have drove down to Colorado Springs from Denver just to have a bowl of Mark's ramen. And so
that's what we do to people.
To make ramen so that you don't look Japanese, you don't look Asian. We're in the middle of the United States. This should not happen there. How did you make this happen?
You know, part of my industry is a lot of research and practice, and I'd like to say I sharpened my skills through a lot of research and practice and, relentless just time in the kitchen. Do about 100 hours a week and just trying to perfect our craft, and I'm super blessed, man. You know, it's easy to stand here and take credit for it, but I got such a great staff that are in there just constantly working and pushing the envelope and trying to learn how to be better. And, they teach me a lot, I teach them a lot. And the result of it, which is kind of the goal whenever you open a restaurant, is the customers get to reap the rewards of all of our hard work.
Absolutely.
So that's the best part of it, is we got a great staff. And Jay's taking a picture there. That's what we're all looking at. We just got great staff surrounded by great people that are all hungry, super passionate about what we're doing. And then we got people like you that give us great products, which makes our lives really a lot easier because we really don't have to be that good. We just have to try not to screw up the products that we bring in. So we're blessed to have such great local Colorado products and such a great staff that's always pushing forward. So,
This says a lot about your management style, though, and this is something you need to listen. It looks to me, and because I've watched your crew while they're preparing food.
Yeah, man, they work hard.
Engaged.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like they're looking down frowning. They're kind of having a little bit of fun. They're smiling. You can tell your wisdom in that you've given them some rein.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to get out of the way and let them do their job. And I have 2 restaurants, but I don't have a single person that works for me. I got a great group of people that work with me, and we're very family forward. We're trying to put out food that we would want to feed our mothers. My brother's my sous chef over at the ramen shop, so we cook all the time stuff that we learned from our mother and things that we would want to serve to our mother. So if it doesn't pass a mom test, we don't serve it.
Well, it shows. It shows, brother. And I'm telling everybody who watches this, if you haven't had Mark's Ramen, if you haven't had ramen, or if you have had ramen and love it and want to see how great it can be, go check their ramen out.
Thanks, Rich.
What's the address?
So the ramen shop's downtown Colorado Springs, 323 North Tejon Street. And if you're in the mood for tacos instead of noodles, come on down to 125 North Spruce Street.
You read my mind. That's where I was.
I saw the gears working there, Rich.
Mark's a sharp one. So tell me, when we met at Rooster Ramen, then you're talking about Happy Belly.
Yeah.
And it's funny. Remember, I was there. I was customer 1.
Yeah.
I wanted to check it out, and your innovation and your execution. When I saw it, are you still doing the Calamari Taco?
Absolutely. That one will never go away. Fan favorite.
Describe this taco. Listen to this.
So our Calamari Taco, we use one of Rich's Little Raven tacos, or tortillas, and then we flash fry some calamari that we lightly bread in some cornstarch. It's a calamari steak, not the rings and tentacles. And we top it with some sweet Thai chili sauce, a little bit of fresh cabbage, and some fresh cilantro. And it's just incredible. And everybody loves them.
It is decadent. It's rare. It's awesome. And I follow you on Facebook. I see every one of your posts. And the creativity that I see coming out of that restaurant is incredible.
Well, thank you. We try real hard.
Well, you must have a team working on that.
Yeah, we have a fantastic team, and we empower all of our staff to constantly be researching and working on different things. And, no idea is a bad idea. We just may need to fine-tune some things and get the execution right. But, I've been cooking a long time, and I got some guys that have been cooking a long time, or some gals that maybe haven't as long, but they may come up with an idea that I would have never thought of, and something that I've done in the past, may elevate that item, and then we end up with a dish that nobody's ever seen before, and that's where the Calamari Taco was born from.
You've got some beautiful items there. Now, here's the next thing. So we talked about where you've been, where you are. Where are you going? What's next? Can you say?
You know, we got some things in the works, Rich. The time's not just right just yet, so we're gonna hold off a little bit and make sure everything that we're doing is the way we want it to be. And then when the next concept is ready to be birthed, we'll have another line going.
Man, you know what? When you're ready with that concept, I would love for you beforehand, if you want, when it's appropriate, come here and let us show off some of the new stuff.
You know, I think what would be great is when we get ready to launch a new concept to come and do a live demo here and launch it here on the Modern Eater.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Mark, thank you, brother.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Rich.
Truly, in the Colorado Springs culinary community, there are some gems, some diamonds.
Absolutely.
This is one of the best gems right here. We're blessed to have this guy in the state.
Thanks, Rich.
Go down Colorado Springs, try his food.
Come
I'll
see
race
us.
You down. We'll be back. Take a listen to some of our best sponsors.
Fees may apply where lawful. See store for details.
Well, the newest accident we have is on the north end of the metro, southbound I-25 at 84th Avenue. Backups already to 112th Bridge. In Aurora, they're still cleaning up that accident northbound 225 past Mississippi. At one point, backups to Iliff. Most of that is really beginning to filter out. Downtown, a lot of folks headed to the stadium for the Garth Brooks concert. We have the accident working still southbound I-25 at 20th with backups to I-70. In Denver tonight, partly cloudy, low should be 49. Partly sunny, cooler tomorrow, showers possible with a high of only 59 for Sunday afternoon. Right now, 74. With your traffic and weather, Dave Hunter, 630 KHOW.
This report is sponsored by Credit Karma. Get your truly free credit scores and free credit monitoring from Credit Karma today. Download the Credit Karma app now. Credit Karma. Here's to progress.
Do you hear that? No? It's the sound of your car just sitting there, costing you money, like your 25-year-old who won't move out. But why, though? These days, people are giving strangers the keys to their homes, rides in their cars, even the keys to their cars. Everyone's sharing their stuff, and it's paying off big time. Now's the time to discover Turo, the car-sharing marketplace where car owners can share their cars to help pay for them. Many car owners earn thousands of dollars a month simply by sharing their cars on Turo. Each Turo trip is backed by $1 million in liability insurance from Liberty Mutual. And all drivers are pre-screened, so you can rest easy. We know where they live. Hear that? That's the sound of your car earning cash. Cash, baby. Skrilla. Dollar bills. Find out how much you could earn on
Yes, sir.
Turo.com/earn. That's Turo.com/earn to discover how much you could make by sharing your car. Turo. Pay for your car by sharing it today.
Retiring soon? Recently retired? Want to make sure you don't outlive your savings? Wally Smith holds candid discussions about maximizing your retirement investments and minimizing your tax liabilities. Tune in to When the Paychecks Stop with Wally Smith every Sunday morning from 9 to 10.
Denver Trial Lawyers represents victims of all types of injuries and accidents. And with hundreds of millions of dollars recovered, Denver Trial Lawyers has a long history of reaching landmark verdicts and settlements for their clients. Visit DenverTrialLawyers.com.
Hey, it's Greg Hollenbach. Do you love hyper-local food and beverage? If the answer is yes, you'll want to tune in to Colorado's premier food and drink show Saturdays starting at 6 p.m. right here on KHOW. And don't forget, past shows can be heard on themoderneater.com.
Don't sweat through another summer with inefficient windows and doors. With Pella Windows and Doors from Dream Style, your home will be more comfortable and beautiful, and they'll help you save
1 minute, 10 seconds.
In the month of June only, save $229 per window and $629 per patio door. And pay nothing for 12 months with our special financing, or payments as low as $99 per month. Poor quality.
It was like a 4-minute news.
Hot air, making your home hot and driving up your energy costs.
Okay.
Offers Pella's durable fiberglass Impervia windows that meet or exceed
Will do.
our guidelines in all 50 states. Save $229 per window and $629 per patio door. And pay nothing for 12 months with our special financing, or payments as low as $99 per month. Don't suffer in the heat. Call Dream Style Remodeling featuring Pella at 303-222-5256 or visit Dream Style.
I'm going to be at the Barbecue Fest next week cooking working with Memphis.
222-5256.
Ask Alexa to play 630 KHOW on iHeartRadio. Then you can hear Tom Martino get you the help you need. Weekdays 10 to 1.
Getting 630 KHOW from iHeartRadio.
If Denver's talking about it, you'll hear it on 630 KHOW.
The following is a paid advertisement. The opinions, viewpoints, and promises made during the following program are not those of KHOW, its staff, management, or parent company, iHeartMedia Incorporated.
How about a bite to eat? It's time for the second course, hour number 2 of The Modern Eater.
What are you hungry for?
Here's to a meal we're all here for.
Delicious and tasty.
Now we're getting to the good stuff.
With your hosts, Greg Hollenbeck, Jay Parker, and Brian Freeman.
You're hot.
Believe it, we're hot. Studio Kitchen, Colorado, and we're cooking. Dinner is served as we continue on the Modern Eater Show right here. Greg Hollenbeck, Jay Parker, Brian Freeman off. We'll see him next week as we set sail on our road trip 2019 to source all the delicious ingredients to come back for a 8-week in a row every Tuesday night in July and August for the summer dinner series. All the information will be posted on our Facebook page on Monday morning, so you can look forward to that on how to follow us. Jay Parker's in the seat here.
Yes, I am.
I love it. And Little Rich Schneider.
It's great to have Jay up here.
It is good to have Jay up here.
It's all right.
This is really cool, too. She's come around the kitchen a couple of times. I think this is your first appearance on the show. Mm-hmm. But here comes Mary Mino. Welcome to the show from the Colorado Restaurant Foundation.
I'm thrilled to be here tonight.
This is so
cool.
This
is my second time.
It's your second time?
My second
You said,
time.
wow, the kitchen's come along.
That's right.
Come on.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. She was here when we had the kangaroo tacos.
Right.
Oh, that was the wild
That's
game
correct.
night. That was
It
the
was
wild.
a
Yeah, and that's why we needed to have Mary eat down when we were doing all the wild stuff, because she's, wow.
What was it last year? It was in fall. It was
Yes.
at the Blue Bear Garden, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, you want to set that one
No,
up?
you do it.
Okay, so we had the event at Blue Bear Gardens. Mary met with us. The doctor, what is her name? I forget.
Dr. Sarah Metz.
Dr. Sarah Metz. And in fact, you want to know what's funny? Remember, we were sitting together, and I asked someone to take a picture of us. I said, this is going to be a meaningful picture in the future. You know who took the picture? Colleen Ferreira is who took the picture.
Is that right?
Yeah. And so we were talking about this event, the first one, and I'm not going to steal Mary's thunder. I'll let her introduce it. But the first event is this Monday.
So as we come off the anniversary of a very near and dear soul to the heart of the culinary industry, the anniversary of Anthony Bourdain's death, I think this is a very poignant conversation that we're about to begin.
Yes.
But stemming from a conversation that you had when you went and rattled your hand down there at the Colorado Restaurant Association, said, we need to do something, and that's where you get smarter minds involved, and Mary Mino steps in. Mary, take it from there.
So I was at Aspen Food and Wine when the news broke about Anthony Bourdain. And what happened was organic and completely amazing. It took over every seminar. It took over every conversation for 4 days. When I came home, Rich came storming into the association, and he said it's time that we did something about the mental health issue and wellness issue here in the industry. What Rich didn't know is that the Education Foundation, which is the 501c3 arm of the association, we had been working for a year on establishing the Angel Relief Fund. And the movement across the country with restaurant associations and its foundations for about a year and a half had been to establish these emergency assistance funds for one-time grants to hospitality employees who were dealing with an unanticipated hardship. What the Anthony Bourdain situation said to us is that we need to deal with the whole person. It can't just be a moment in time. We need to deal with suicide prevention. We need to deal with peer-to-peer support and stress management. So for the first time, we are running a free stress management seminar on Monday at the Restaurant Association offices from 9:30 to 11:30. Dr. Sarah Metz, who is from Code 4 Counseling, is going to be conducting this seminar. We have a pretty full house, but we'll take anybody who wants to come and learn really about the difference between good stress and bad stress. And her clients are the police, the fire department, and EMTs, and she has likened our industry in terms of good show, bad show to that profession. And so I anticipate it's going to be an amazing Monday morning. But on July 8th, we're doing a full-day workshop at our offices on suicide prevention. Every week, I am getting a phone call from an operator telling me that they lost a person in their business to suicide. And it is pervasive. And so, the Restaurant Association, the foundation, Eat Denver, all of these organizations are coming together all over the state, in communities all over the state, now dealing with the whole person and trying to deal with this issue, which is the mental health issue and addiction.
Powerful. Quick reset. Mary Mino, Colorado Restaurant Foundation, here with us, joined at Studio Kitchen Colorado on the Modern Eater Show and the one-year anniversary of Anthony Bourdain's death. A lot of the structure and in the works long before his passing, but the urgency to put the foot on the gas and really accelerate these things and get them in place. The urgency is a much-needed urgency because as we look around at our fellow brothers and sisters that work within the culinary industry, is there really needs to be an outlet. There needs to be another way. There needs to be a shoulder to lean on. There needs to be actual solid structure put into place in order to try and reach solutions. That's one of the things that I've really struggled with is, what are you can get to a gathering and you can kind of commiserate and you can bounce things off each other and maybe feel good. But what's the structure? So putting the structure into place, Mary, is so much needed. And thank you so much.
You bet. It's really about the tools, right? And having the right people. It's one thing for us all to sit around, and at our board of directors meeting, I took an hour, and we have 25 people on my board, and they're all from industry, to say, how have you been touched? And every person on that board of directors had been touched by this issue. And the fact is, but we're not the professional. So the goal is, and especially over the next 12 months, is to bring in professionals who can give us tools. To not only manage employees, but to have employees come to the association and to these workshops and get the tools themselves, and to know how to ask for help, and to deal with work and life balance, which we're all fighting for.
And beyond that, we're a little late, and I want to continue with this, so we will. You have folks, businesses. If you own a business and you would like to look into this, to initiate this for your staff.
Yes.
And you have folks like Little Rich Schneider, who's become my spirit guide and a shepherd to my health, which we'll talk about that on a later date. But you've talked about shepherds and needing more shepherds. Rich, could you talk about that very powerful statement that you've thought so diligently about?
Yeah, that's a pretty deep one for me. It's easy. It's real easy for me to almost get very emotional about it, and that I'm blessed. I've got an older brother that truly has been my shepherd, and that person that gave me discipline. Don't do this. Don't do that. Gave me tough love. All that, and I give my brother Raul all the credit. He has been my shepherd on this, and so now I'm like, we need more shepherds in our industry. The thing of, I'm going to be the guy to go buy the shots. I was that guy, but I'm not that man anymore. Now I want to be a shepherd, and I want people to be able to come to that without shame, without embarrassment, because you'll find when people come to you, when people come to me, it's such an honor to me to be able to wrap my arms around them in one way, physically or mentally or whatever that is, and to help people.
And now you have an extra resource in your back pocket to be able to utilize with Mary Mino and the Colorado Restaurant Foundation and Colorado Restaurant Association to come together, and I can't wait to see the rally that comes behind that, because you can't help but wonder, what if Anthony Bourdain had that resource?
Exactly.
What if he would have had a shepherd?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mary, please, one more time, quickly, talk about how people can join.
So we are running our seminar on Monday morning from 9:30 to 11:30, and it's for owners, managers, employees, anyone who is interested in some tools to deal with the stress in their lives. And also the suicide prevention workshop, which is happening on July 8th. It's a full-day workshop. It's free. And also it's a professional who's going to be teaching that workshop. And you'll be able to go to the Colorado Restaurant or corestaurant.com or .org as the website. All that information will be on the website. And also, if you're a business who's interested in bringing that sort of those sort of resources into your business, just reach out to the Restaurant Association. We'll get you headed in the right direction.
Whether you need it or not, if you do need it, please put your pride aside. Go. Yep. Learn. And you know what? Just maybe when you cross that hump, you'll be doing this for somebody else. So if anything, you don't need it, go to learn. Yeah. Spread the word. Yeah, true. And we're going to do whatever we can to scream this from the mountaintops. Thank you, Mary Mino.
Fantastic.
There she is. Mary Mino.
See,
what a great first
easy,
appearance.
huh, Mary?
Yeah, piece of cake.
All right. Stick around right there. We're going to take a break. Coming back. Jay, go ahead. This is your...
Yeah. Kendra Bennett and Valerie Mercado from Honey Bunchies. These gals are fun, and their product is delicious. It's a family-owned Colorado business, and they're going to blow you away with their energy.
Fantastic. Did you enjoy yourself in
I had
the
a great
kitchen
time.
tonight? You'll come back?
I will happily come back.
That's great. And it's good to see some of your Devonese here with us tonight.
That's
right. Running around here. But it's fun. This is my time of year. I'm a balcony gardener. Mm-hmm. I love to get my balcony straightened around. And
right.
Just when you sit there, I have a couch on my balcony outside. It's pretty cool, actually, with TV out there. My neighbors must think, who's the guy who lives on his balcony? But this time, and these afternoon thunderstorms, so peaceful. It's so great. We're blessed to live here in
Greg
Colorado.
can make 4 jalapenos last all year.
Come on. I grow jalapenos on my balcony. Why not? Okay, we'll take a break. We'll come right back. You are listening to the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Lord, I am all over the place. I was on the adult table. Now I'm in timeout already. I thought rather than look at my ugly mug, I'm going to bring over some eye candy for everybody. So I brought over my dear friend Heather, who I know from the industry.
Right.
And so, Heather, I'm so glad you came down to see this show finally. I'm going to have you hold this about there.
Okay.
Now, Heather, I brought Heather to some of the early Modern Eater shows.
Right. About a year ago, a little over a year. Yeah. Yes.
Marvin from Abrusci.
Correct. A much smaller space. We've grown a little bit. It's intense. It's crazy. It's large. It's real.
A lot of stuff going on.
A lot of stuff going on here.
Meet so many people.
Yeah, a lot of networking is going on, a lot of communication, a lot of chatter. It's really, really beautiful.
So let's say if somebody's been watching it for a long time and they haven't come down, what would you tell them?
Get down here. Contact some people on Modern Eater. You should be a part of it. It's a really great concept. I love it. The positivity, the connections, do it.
It's awesome. I've got one word, tacos. I'm going to eat some now. We'll be back.
Bye.
Hey, it's Chef Elon Wenzel, owner of Element Knife Company. If you cook, then you'll know the importance of a quality knife and proper care. My training in Japan exposed me to exceptional cutlery. That's why I am so excited to offer you the knives I fell in love with. Element Knife Company is chef-driven, and my goal is to support and educate. Get at me for a knife clinic or conversation. Find me at elementknife.com or by simply calling 303-460-4628. For the best knives in your kitchen, think Element Knife Company.
If you've got a business and need a website or need a graphic designer, F. Johnson Design does it all. Take the headache out of trying to build your own website or design graphics. Who has time for that? F. Johnson Design will get you up and running with a professional and great-looking website. Design sharp graphics to your specifications and have your site up faster than you think. Logo, package design, SEO.
1 minute, guys. 1 minute.
Design did the Modern Eater's website. Go to themoderneater.com to check out some of their work. Reach out to F. Johnson Design at fjohnsondesign.com.
Summer is upon us, and it's about time. I'm Charlie Gottenkenny, brewmaster at Brews Beers. At Brews, badass Belgian-style beers are our thing, and we're welcoming summer with a big selection of warm-weather beers. Session-strength beers that you can kick back and relax with. Fruit beers, fresh and vibrant. Plus wild beers, sour beers, and all the classics. Doubles, triples, quads, and wit beers. Brews Beers is at 67th and Pecos in Midtown. We have food trucks daily, a big spacious patio voted one of Denver's best, and we're very dog-friendly. Mark your
That's next break.
third anniversary bash with live bands, tasty food, and of course great beers is Saturday, July 20th. Check it out on social media or go to our website, Brews Beers.
Where are you guys at?
That's Brews Beers, B-R-U-Z, at 1675.
Oh, really?
67th Avenue.
Okay. Possibly. I would have to
Home for badass.
appreciate that offer. We are back.
Kenny, we all love Belgian beer. Brewmaster at Brews Beers. What the fuck's wrong with you? You're listening to the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Are you hot?
From Studio Kitchen, Colorado, we set sail for Road Trip 2019. Monday morning on the Facebook page, we will release our schedule and let you know what the chefs are going to be for the summer dinner series. Looking forward to that. In the meantime and in between time, Greg Hollenbach, Jay Parker, Brian's off. Jay in the driver's seat.
No,
and,
I'm not. This isn't the driver's seat.
Local food show. Remember that?
Local Food Show. I do remember it. And I remember two things from Local Food Show very specifically.
Come on, give me one.
Kendra and Valerie. Three things, and Honey Bunchies.
Yes.
Welcome to the show, ladies. Thanks for making it down. I know it was a busy day for you, and you took the time, so we really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Of course.
So happy to be here.
Of course. Let's just do this, as Greg says. Let's. What do you say about the
Start in the beginning,
the
just
rabbit
like
hole?
Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
These are great.
Give us the Honey Bunchies info. Who are you?
Okay. So Honey Bunchies is a family company. This is actually my dad's recipe. He came up with this trying to recreate something my mom made for him almost 40 years ago. And it was so good. He brought it to market, named it after my mom, who he calls Honey Bunchy. And the little bees you see on our packaging are actually my 4-year-old family drawing I did of my family. And my dad just put bee wings
Get out
on
of here.
them. Yeah. That's
They
my whole
almost-
family.
They almost still just look like her, too.
My dad, my mom. Yep. There we are. So
Look.
cute.
I don't lie when I say it's delicious.
Thank you.
Absolutely delicious.
Well, let's just look at the ingredients, shall we?
Do it.
Too.
Number one ingredient. I love this. First of all, anytime that you can go through the ingredients and you can pronounce everything, I'm in. Right?
Yep.
I mean, and
Yep.
so honey, right? Sunflower kernels, milk, butter, tapioca syrup, peanuts, and pecans, and vanilla.
Yep, that's it. And it's gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free,
And delicious.
and amazing. And the honey is almost half the bar, which is really unusual to find that much honey. Almost half the bar is honey, so you get so much energy. It's very clean.
That's why you're not so grumpy, Jay, after you eat one of those.
You notice Jay's getting every last drop, too.
yes.
Well,
Here's the thing. I mean, I'm a fan, and I'm not a fan. First of all, I'm a fan of you two.
Thank
Of
you.
Kendra and Valerie first, because they're the face, and that's who we met first before we tried the product. And Greg, when we go to food shows and you're doing the Modern Eater stuff, and
Valerie,
some people
she
kind
hunted
of
us down. What are you guys doing? Why are you here? Who are you?
Yeah.
What's going on?
But I mean, everybody.
What's
talks,
your story, Jay?
Everybody talks a big game, right?
Yeah.
Because that's the name of the game, right? Is to boast your product and all this. So we always go into it with a grain of salt and go, very nice ladies, full of energy. Let me eat one of these things and figure. And I am telling you. Unreal. It's delicious.
All right, tell the story, Jay. The car, 2 months.
Well, I think I told Kendra on the phone. So after the Loco Food Show, when Valerie was just stuffing them in my pockets as I leave, so I get in the car, I dump them out into the console, 2 or 3 bars, and I had one at the food show, and it was delicious. Fast forward, and I'm just that guy that leaves things in his car. I mean, I'm him, 2 months that it's sitting there melting and then hardening up and melting and hardening up. And I'm like, well, I used to shop at 7-Eleven, so I'm okay. And so I ate it, and then that's when I called you, is when I ate it again, and I was like, you know what? I'm like, these are so delicious. I don't know why I haven't emailed her back. And so I emailed her back, and here they are. And we love your product, and we love your story.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I'm a huge fan as well. And you ladies are great. And Valerie,
I had to flag you down.
it was.
I got you.
She's wild.
And so here we are today. So folks are going, okay, you delicious product. Well, where can I get them?
Okay, you can get them at Sprouts, Natural Grocers, Whole Foods. We've got them at Safeways, King Soopers.
You guys are
Lucky,
rich, huh?
Lucky's.
Alfalfas, and then a bajillion
Oh, yeah.
coffee shops,
And
hardware
7-Eleven.
stores. Oh, 7-Eleven.
7-Elevens.
Online. Amazon and on our website, but we've got a lot of independent mom and pops. We're in most major grocery stores in Colorado, to sum it up. And then our mom and pops and hotels.
Do you have them
museums.
in any breweries? A little
We
setup
have a
in
few
some breweries?
breweries. We're in some breweries. I
Yeah.
think we're in DIA. Basically.
Oh, yeah, on A, B, and C.
Yeah, and anywhere
Terminals.
that had, so this is kind of part of our story, is part of our entrepreneurial story, is anywhere that had a register, we were knocking on their doors and peddling our honey bunches.
That is the story.
And that's how we got started, and people gravitated towards it, and it just grew from there. So it's been amazing.
Can you just move the give a penny, take a penny jar and all? There's
Yeah.
plenty of room on the. You have to, so many ways, and I really appreciate that, being an entrepreneur myself, of just figuring out a way.
Yeah.
Because when you have a great product, can we do this, guys? I want to do the 2-month test. Jay, will you carry one in your pocket for 2 months?
Yeah.
Just remember, Jay, when you sit down, it's going to melt. When you get up, it's going to go down.
I mean, here's the thing. Now, listen, I'll do anything for 2 months, okay? But if I'm worried about the packet, if in 2 months it's going to leak out, I'm going to have honey on my money and, that sort of thing.
Honey on
It won't leak, but you won't be able to wait 2 months. If that thing's in your pocket, you're
That's
going to
true.
eat it in the first 2 hours.
You really will. How much do these retail?
Well, it depends on where you're finding it. It's going to be around the $209 to $229 range.
That's a great spot.
Actually, for folks to know, we have a larger bar that is very, you'll see that all over Colorado. This smaller bar is just now rolling out this summer. So that's something that's important to know. So we have another bar that's a 1.9 ounce bar. It's a yellow package. That's in the stores right now. This one is just now launching. So.
And everybody's pretty much familiar with yellow bars, the larger ones, but the minute you see the boxes, it doesn't change. It's just more convenient. You can put it in your pocket. If you run, jog, hike, ski, whatever you do, it's just a lot. It's really, really convenient.
Yeah.
Another thing, too, is a lot of people like to take them when they go skiing, and they're afraid they're going to freeze. Well, guess what? As long as you keep them in your jacket and you go down that hill, you bite into it, it's great.
Just
You can't beat it.
keep it, ladies. Keep one in your bra at all times. I think that's the message. I think that's the message there.
Safe and sound.
Wintertime, I mean, I'm not a
Safe and
pervert,
sound.
not in the sun, but in wintertime you keep one in the bra.
It makes a great pocket. I mean, what can you say?
Yeah, I mean, that's why I said. I mean, women know what I'm talking. I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
I'm a bartender. Do you know how many times that happens where somebody comes up? And now listen, sometimes you're happy to take it. Sometimes you question it a little bit.
Well, they're Jay tested and mother approved.
Yeah.
And
Good stuff.
You guys, you're welcome back
You
in
know
this.
what? We're really glad that we met you guys at the show. And I'm glad that we flagged you down to get you to try the bars.
You know you're not leaving with these, right?
Yeah, that's okay.
No, they're for you.
They're for
They're
you.
all for you.
Thank you, ladies, so much for coming out.
Oh, thank you.
They will
guys.
come in handy on our road trip.
There you go.
Because when you go road tripping in Colorado, you need your energy.
Yep.
And I would encourage anybody else to do the
Absolutely.
same thing. At your finer grocery stores and your mom and pops. Just look around.
And your 7-Elevens.
Look at
Everywhere.
What a bowling alleys.
look for honey bunchies
There you go.
anywhere. No matter what you do, just go grab yourself a couple of them. That's fantastic. Thank you, ladies, for joining us. There it is. Just stick around right there for a second. And coming up next, I think it's Marvin Williams.
Marvin.
And
Starvin' Marvin.
Abrusci's Fire and Vine, and John Irvin from Gluten Free Things. We're going to serve up some gluten-free desserts, and then I think it's Negroni Week. Let's see. Where's my card? I don't know.
It was there.
It was there.
I had it there.
It's somewhere.
It's Negroni something, and we'll talk about it.
Next.
And if I could just say something really quick,
Quickly.
just so everybody knows, this is what our boxes look like now. They're the new boxes.
The new boxes.
All right. There you go. Thank you, Valerie. Thank you,
You're
Kendra.
welcome.
Thanks.
Those of you that were stuck on the old box, change happened.
Yeah, there you
New
go.
box, same delicious heaven inside.
That's all right. We'll take a break. We'll come right back to Studio Kitchen Colorado on the Modern Eater Show.
Greg, thanks. Another great segment. Now I've got one of my favorite people in the whole dang industry here with me.
Oh, my God. I'm blessed. Thank you.
Devaney McNeil, CRA. What is your official title besides, membership goddess? What is that?
Well, membership goddess and VP strategic partnerships, because we're always looking for anything that makes our relationship and what we can do for restaurants better.
Well, and the CRA and CRF do so much. I'm going to be screaming a lot about them because you guys have helped us. You're our adopted sponsor.
Here's the nutshell. When we love what you're doing at the Modern Eater, and so appreciate everything you do, and everybody knows how amazing you are. You're that person in this industry, and no, but you too, everybody else. But we're just 16 people in an office, and our only job is to make the lives of restaurant owners, managers, staff easier. That's all we do.
They do such a great job. So, Devaney, I'm compelled. I want in. Where do I jump in the CRA pool?
Oh my gosh. Well, you jump in. There are many ways to jump in, and call me. Call me at the association. Our number's online, corestaurant.org, and you can email me as well.
Awesome. Get in touch with these people.
Get in touch.
Great work. We'll be back for our last sponsored words.
And healthy tortillas and chips served by Colorado's top chefs, and that's why we only use Colorado Mills sunflower oil. If you too want to serve the health,
We have a live read coming up in about a minute and a half.
must use Colorado Mills. Colorado Mills is hyper-local, Colorado grown, cold pressed in Lamar, Colorado. Whether you bake, fry, or saute, get your Colorado Mills today. Available through Shamrock, Growers Organic, and Dawn Foods. For the best oil in the business, use Colorado Mills.
Hey everyone, it's Colleen Ferreira with the Colorado Chefs Association. Are you ready to put your passion to work? Well, we train the future chefs of Colorado, and we want you to join us. The Colorado Chefs Association is recruiting for our fall semester right now. Join our American Culinary Federation accredited cooking program. Work in a professional kitchen and get paid all while earning your sous chef certification. Email me at colleen@acfcoloradochefs.org. I'd love to hear from you. Join our excitement and explore a new
1 minute till the live. You're right after this spot.
Looking for a neighborhood restaurant that features gluten-free menu items? Stop by The Goods. Whether you're a vegetarian, vegan, gluten-free, or even a meat lover, they've got something for everyone. Do you love a great sandwich? How about wood oven roasted vegetables on multigrain bread with rosemary mayo and olives, vegan and certified gluten-free? Or for the meat lover, try one of their most popular menu items, the Paleo Bowl, with house-smoked pork, wood oven roasted veggies, 2 sunny-side-up eggs, and Indonesian sambal sauce. It's delicious. As a friendly neighborhood restaurant featuring dinner, brunch, and full bar with 2 happy hours daily, they truly care about you, the customer, and desire to provide an extraordinary dining experience for everyone. They're family and children-friendly, and even have a playroom for the little ones. The Goods, a friendly neighborhood restaurant offering
10 seconds, you'll be hot.
Free and vegan options. And they don't forget about meat lovers, with a staff that really cares. On East Colfax, directly connected to the Tattered Cover Bookstore. Hungry? TheGoodsRep.com.
Okay, back to the show in just a minute. Studio Kitchen, Colorado right now. You know him. We talk about him every single week. You could probably say it along with us. A-Plus Beverage Solutions and Jeff Rourke. Family-owned business, owned and operated for 20 years. Him and his wife, Kristen, they just had a newborn. What a great family, and they do great work with restaurants, bars, and breweries. If you got the wheels falling off, actually, Marvin, you are a customer of Jeff Rourke and A-Plus Beverage Solutions.
Yeah, when we opened up our new location, we used him, and it's been awesome.
At Abrusci's Fire and Vine, and Jeff Rourke and A-Plus Beverage Solutions, he wants you to have an A-Plus report card, and all you have to do to call him to make sure that your tap systems are just fine-tuned, the glycol's right, the temperature's right. You're not pouring inefficient beer, because if you're pouring inefficient beer, boys, what are you doing? You're pouring your money down the drain. Please don't pour your money down the drain. It's just a phone call away. It's Jeff Rourke and A-Plus Beverage Solutions, 720-272-3809. One more time, 720-272-3809. It's Jeff Rourke and A-Plus Beverage Solutions.
Hey guys, it's Carly Smith, the Fairy Godmother.
You're down right now.
Don't get too excited. Live from Studio Kitchen, Colorado. I love your guts. You're listening to the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio. Let's go make some bone broth.
God.
I love it. Carly Smith, here's a little secret, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a secret to you, but Carly Smith will join us for the summer dinner series as a featured chef.
I couldn't be more excited, man. And that's one of those ideas that when you said it out loud, I mean, like all your ideas, I wish they were mine. But that one, I was like, dang it, why couldn't I just have that one to pop in there? Because it fits everything.
She's a good one.
She's a great one, yeah.
Can't wait to have that happen. Summer dinner series in July and August. Sourcing road trip happening next Saturday when the Modern Eater crew, me, Jay, and Brian, will set sail on a 1-week road trip touring Colorado to get you all the finest ingredients possible for a dinner series that's like none other. In the meantime and in between time, here we go to our guest. Everybody knows him and loves him. He's a friend of ours. His name is Marvin Williams from Abrusci's Fire and Vine. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
And one of our newest sponsors, who's one of our oldest sponsors, is back. I think he won the lottery, and that's why. John Irvin from Gluten Free Things. How are you, man?
I'm doing very well. Very well, man. I'm telling you, we're having a good time.
Abrusci's Fire and Vine, they love your stuff. We love your stuff, and there's a reason why. Your bread knocks it out of the park, but beyond that, you're making delicious desserts now, guys. Go get them.
Yeah, so we actually talked to John and came up with the idea of doing a gluten-free tiramisu, because a lot of times tiramisus, you can't enjoy it as a person with celiac disease because of the ladyfingers, and gluten-free ladyfingers are very expensive. So we tasked John with that.
And his engineer mind went to work?
It did. It did. And we came up with, he's got an incredible sugar cookie that's just awesome. So we actually used that sugar cookie as opposed to the gluten-free, or as opposed to the ladyfingers. And we're able to come up with a awesome tiramisu that has all the great ingredients of a good tiramisu. And it's made to order. So it's really nice. It's nice and fresh. It's crispy. It's just a treat.
And we're showing it on our Facebook Live feed right now. If you want to join us on there, I'd encourage it.
You really can't believe that it's gluten-free.
I tasted it, I don't know, about 5 minutes ago. You said, hey, take a taste of this. And I got everything. I got the flavors. I got the crispiness. I got everything that I would want from that tiramisu.
A little bit of coffee in there, a little bit of marsala.
So good.
It's awesome.
It is really good. John, great work.
Thank you. Well, now, you know what? I produced one part of it. You got to give Marvin the credit. Really serious.
In addition,
we work on it. We actually brainstorm.
John, you rarely get credit, man. I'm trying to give you some credit.
I know, and I appreciate that. But no, I can't take. I mean, me and Marvin will sit down and talk. We'll brainstorm. I'll say, hey, I got this thing. I got some pitas. I got this. I got that. And he will, I'll bring samples into him and let him use his creative mind. I mean, I love creating with him.
That's teamwork, right?
It is.
And Marvin, you look at this is what Jay. Jay. Yeah. This is what I love about, well, first of all, the Modern Eater Show, our relationships, but Marvin, Abrusci's Fire and Vine, the willingness to explore new ideas. I mean, you've been in the business of
forever,
$1 million in a year. And, just like this relationship you have with John, you have with Dustin at Rocker, and you figure out a way, how do we get the community? How do we get these great local businesses? How do you bounce ideas off one, and then you come up with these great things, just like off your drink menu with Rocker and John Irvin with his breads and now delicious desserts. But the willingness, Jay, of Marvin has been...
It's one of those things to where when you spend time around Marvin at Abrusci's, right, and you see what he's doing and all these things... I couldn't believe that he wasn't the owner, the deed on the building and everything, because he truly treats it like it's his baby, it's his business, it's his livelihood, and that shows through in all aspects of that restaurant.
Every part of the staff,
from
every
the
dish that
from the
comes
staff
out.
to the food to the cocktail program to the creations like he's doing with John Irvin's things, and also as someone that's been in the business since I was 15, which is a long time. Marvin's one of the best that I've ever run across.
Question, Marvin.
Yeah.
So, when you walk into Abrusci's Fire and Vine and you have everything under control, but you think you're walking into an establishment to where it's like, I got it all figured out. I don't need to. This is we're doing fine. Why are you so open to having the conversation or new ideas? Because that's one of the things that I see with other folks, restaurateurs or chefs, that they're in their lane. They're not going to get out of it.
I know what I'm doing.
What they do works.
Right.
And then, Marvin,
I want to say it's taken me 3 marriages to figure out.
Probably has.
And so I use the same philosophy for work, that it's not going to stay the same. You can't keep the same menu. You can't stay. Everybody changes. Things change. And things even like, doing our ricotta pancakes. We do gluten-free ricotta pancakes. And those things are awesome, but they're not just hotcakes on the menu. We've got to think outside the box, and we don't have to get crazy and get super, geeky and crafty and all that stuff. We just want to do what people like, and that changes over time. And we want to be able to change with that. We want to be around for 50 years.
I like to go spend my money to where I know my food has a story, that I'm helping a local business, that these are the innovative ideas and people working hard to bring you just deliciousness from the back of the house and the food program to the bar in the front of the house.
Mm-hmm.
So just innovative. You're not cutting new road. You're just making that road real, real nice. Right. And so that's cool. Hey, Marvin, did you know Negroni Week's coming up on June 24th through the 30th?
I did.
You did?
I did, yes.
All right, I thought I was giving you something new.
No.
What are we going to be doing for Negroni Week?
So it's all worldwide. It's a great cause. A lot of different businesses. There's about 25 across the Denver area that's doing it. And they offer different Negronis, different takes on Negronis. And we do it for charity.
Can you talk and make one?
We can talk and make one, yes.
Is Aaron going to do that, or are you?
Aaron's going to come over and make
Aaron's
one really quick.
Aaron's going to make us a Negroni.
While we talk about it. And so for us, we really wanted to, because we really like local. We really like that hyper-local. We really try to do whatever we can to get the best products here. And so we struggled with how to make a true Colorado Negroni. And so, we've got 5280 Gin, which is a new distillery, and there's distilleries popping up all over the place, and I would do Rocker, but Rocker didn't have a gin.
Yeah, that's right.
So we did that, and then we did Leopold's out of Denver, so they do a great aperitivo, so that's the Campari substitute, and then I found a sweet vermouth out of Salida.
Did you
out
really?
of Poncha Springs.
Oh.
And so it's Vino Salida, and they do a great job. They make it with Merlot, Cab Franc, and a little bit of Cab Sauv, and they sweeten it with some clover honey out of Colorado. So just awesome stuff. But this drink didn't have enough bitters in it, so we needed to add our bitters. And, of course, we did Colorado bitters for strong water. And they do an awesome job. It's really great.
Man, did you do this just for us? Or
No, we did it for the fact that we wanted something that was truly Colorado.
That's so cool.
Now, the hyper-local part, yeah, that's for you.
Yeah, thank you.
But the local part, yeah, we definitely want that. And so we wanted some cool name with it as well, instead of a Colorado Negroni, so we call it a Colagroni. And it's going to be going on our permanent menu after the Negroni Week. And it's got a nice, soft balance. A lot of people tend to not like Negronis because of the Campari. It kind of scares them away. But this drink, I think, you'll be really impressed with.
Well, and Erin's on the job. She's making these delicious cocktails. Wow, she whipped that up in about 45 seconds.
And, of course, we've got the Colorado oranges from organic growers.
Why wouldn't you?
Right, yeah.
Go organic.
Go organic with Growers Organic.
Right, Jay. John Irvin, you're doing great work. We're heading out on our road trip, so we're going to have to come by and get all of the goodies that we like, the cupcakes and the cookies, and we've seen people cry that are gluten-free go up to John's dedicated gluten-free vegan bakery in Arvada at Gluten Free Things. And you can look them up online at glutenfreethings.com. I'd encourage you, Abrusci's Fire and Vine, if you're gluten-free and you're looking for a great meal, that's where you want to go, Abrusci's Fire and Vine. Thank you, guys. We're going to enjoy these delicious Negronis during the break, and we'll cheers now, and we'll catch you on the flip side.
Salud.
Thank you so much, guys. There it is. John Irvin will take that off your hands, Jay, since you don't drink.
Yeah, I don't do a lot of
problem.
things.
All right, we're going to taste that. We'll come back. Last but not least, we love this brewery, Joyride Brewery. Joyride Brewing Company or Brewery?
Brewing Company.
Brewing Company. They're coming up next right here on the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Thanks, Greg. Greg, we're heading into the home stretch, and I saved the best for last.
You go.
These, I haven't eaten one. Jay's actually dry aged them in his car, and they're still good after that. So I've got the two honey bunchies goddesses here. So we've fallen in love with the product. I've got a store, I've got a coffee shop, I've got a gym, maybe a beer place. How do I get my hands on these?
So if you can't get them inside the stores because the stores are all sold out, the best thing you can do is go online to our website, which is honeybunchies.com. You want to order them. They're great for gifts.
Yeah, out of state. Hey, this is a great local Colorado item, and if you've got friends or family out of state, this is the best Colorado piece you can send to them. Well, I mean, there's a lot of good stuff, but this is really good.
But let us forewarn you, once you try it, it's over.
Done. Done.
Oh, they're fabulous.
I'm going to be trying some, and I might try an aging process myself and leave a couple in the glove compartment. You never know when you're going to need a little, something to eat.
Well, also, they're really good because you can get apples, cut apples up, and roll them in your apples. There's your honey apple and oatmeal.
We're going to head to a word from our last break.
Awesome. Thank you. Ingredients. That's why in 2013, I left the fine dining industry to start a sustainable organic farm. At South River Aquaponics Alpenglow, we are the leader in sustainable growing practices, utilizing our natural resources as effectively as possible. No pesticides, no GMOs, no funny business, just clean, honest food production. We use old world techniques combined with modern technology to bring you the best possible produce. Our gourmet mushroom facility provides CO2 for our greenhouse that grows tilapia as well as lettuces and herbs in our aquaponics system. Look for us in Natural Grocers, City Market, and served on the plates of Colorado's finest chefs. At South River Aquaponics Alpenglow Mushrooms, we're growing greener. To learn more about aquaponics and see our products, go to our website at southriveraquaponics.com. South River Aquaponics, the future of farming.
My dad's vegetables are so good, I can't live without them.
Hey, Colorado chefs. Brian Freeman with Growers Organic and the Modern Eater Talk Show. Do you care about where your food comes from? I do. Do you want loyalty from customers who care about that as well? I can help by providing top quality organic produce with reliable delivery, knowledgeable sales team who genuinely care about how food is grown, transported, and served. Chefs, Growers Organic will ensure you have excellent ingredients for your next James Beard dinner, your nightly specials, or your regular menu items. Join the organic revolution and go organic with Growers Organic. Look us up online at growersorganic.com.
Hey guys, Chris Johnson here, owner of Rome Sausage, your hyper-local source for all things sausage awesomeness. My family is proud to carry on the fine traditions of Rome's founder, Jerry Rome, by producing a variety of amazing sausage in small batches with an eye on quality.
Yeah, you are.
Quantity. Every batch is
We just have that hard out at 58.50 here.
mixing spices, utilizing
Musical start at 58.20.
outstanding product. Sourcing ingredients and materials locally, we are committed to supporting local vendors, chefs, restaurants, and the
I would chug a pint faster than you would blink an eye.
Italian breakfast, green chili, chicken apple, and the world's best chorizo. You can source all of our sausage through a variety of food service distributors. If your distributor doesn't carry it, call us. We'll come direct. You want a custom item? We'll do that too. Samples, and of course, sausage jokes.
10 seconds, coming back.
Me directly at chris@romesausage.com or by phone at 303-296-7663. The modern eater loves Rome sausage, and I know you will too.
Now it's time for the Modern Eaters Booze in the News segment.
I like my beer cold, my meat grilled, and my entertainment explosive.
All we need is a chair and a cooler beer.
Here's your booze news.
All right, gents, you're going to be hot.
All right, you got it. Booze in the News. All the booze news you can use right here from Studio Kitchen, Colorado, and the Modern Eater Show. These guys.
They're a good time, aren't they?
I love these guys.
I know.
Dave and Grant, Joyride Brewing Company. Welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having us. Appreciate it.
Here's a Negroni for you.
All right.
Try that out.
The pre-production 5 of those I've had.
Oh, yeah, just to make sure.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, Joyride, where are you? Give it 30 seconds of some background so we can start tasting beers, huh?
We are Edgewater's first, oldest, and favorite brewery at 25th and Sheridan, right across the street from beautiful Sloan's Lake. Very happy to know that we just opened up a brand new 150-seat rooftop deck.
Yeah.
Overlooks the lake, the downtown skyline, and Pikes Peak. So come and check it out.
Last time you were here, you were getting ready.
Yep, we were getting ready. I think we were here in
now
January.
It's open.
Yep.
And it's everything you wanted it to be.
I'd say so.
And more?
Yeah, I mean, it came out beautifully. And, we obviously were working with putting it together and knew what to expect. But I think all the components came together in a better way than even I was expecting and everything. So it's keeping us busy, that's for sure.
I'm sure the permit process and that just flew right through, right?
4.5 years, that's easy.
Yeah, no
a lot
problem.
of businesses can stay open that long.
We're going through all the permitting here, and wow.
Yeah.
What kind of beer did you bring?
Well,
what do you have?
Right now I'm sipping on our Double Bogey, which is a Dortmunder-style lager.
Now, when you say Dortmunder,
yes,
what does that mean?
So it's
Under the door.
It's
Under the door.
referring to the town of Dortmund in Germany, where the style was originally brewed. I want to say in the late 1800s. It was originally a coal miner's beer, something that you wanted to be light enough to be refreshing, but still hearty enough to satisfy a coal miner.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that it's a great golfing beer because of those two different aspects of it.
Mm-hmm.
That it's still light, refreshing, has a lot of flavor, and I named it Double Bogey because if I can get a Double Bogey, I'm actually happy.
A 5.7, 5.7 on the ABV there.
Yeah, you have a few of these, and you'll definitely be
that's good, man.
only
5.
shooting a Double Bogey.
Yeah, 5's right around where I'd like to live.
Yeah, you don't drink, but I'll describe it to you, right?
Yeah, would you?
I mean, you remember what a Coors Light tasted like, right?
Yeah.
Okay, way better than that.
Yeah.
Much fuller flavor. This could be a daily for you. It's going to be kind of a consistent taste all the way through, from the front end to the back end.
Yeah, a lot of breadiness. I want to say around 30% Munich malt, which is going to kind of contribute that deep kind of bread crust kind of flavor on the, that's very prominent throughout. Enough bitterness to keep it interesting, about 30 IBU. So it's kind of like if you took a Helles and a Pilsner and had them make a child.
Yeah.
Nice. A little beer baby.
Yeah, a little beer baby.
What's next?
We all got that.
What is next? We should do you have the seashells? Yeah.
We have the seashells at your feet. It's our Dave aptly named it Summer of Goza with the new rooftop. We're trying to do multiple different blends of Gozas coming out this year.
Well, let's get a little taster.
And this is
our sippity-doo here.
So this one was brewed with blood orange. And so Goza, another beer that originates in Germany. It has a little bit of sourness or tartness to it and a little bit of saltiness through the addition of pink Himalayan sea salt.
I caught a lot of that just in the smell.
Yeah.
Sitting on top of a rooftop, 80 degrees outside, this is a perfect beer to help quench.
Yeah, I think Goza is maybe the most refreshing style of beer.
Take a smell of that, because it actually tastes like it smells.
Oh, man.
You miss that?
Yeah. Well, oh, my God. You kidding? Every single day. I mean, I miss, put it this way, when I pour the devil's beer, we know what that is. Yeah. That'll make me, kind of think about a beer here and there, because I drank that for years before I knew any better.
Oh,
and so when I hear brewers talk about their beers and then it smell, it gets me.
Let's try and fit two more in here if we can. Got about 2 minutes left.
Next we'll talk about Batch 500. Very aptly named, as it was actually our 500th batch. And so decided to go back to our home brewer roots and wanted to experiment with a couple of new ingredients. And so used a new base malt out of Idaho that I'd never used before, and then a new experimental hop we had never used before. I believe it's 06277 from Hopsteiner.
All right, Jay, you smell it, I'll taste it.
It's a dynamic duo.
Oh, see, now that's my jam. Now I'm just going to go from memory of what beer smells like versus tastes like, and that tells me that's hoppier than the one before.
Yes, yeah. So we wanted to keep the 500s consistent, so we used 500 pounds of malt, 500 ounces of hops. Almost all of them on the back end in the whirlpool or dry hop. Has a really big blueberry component in my mind. Kind of similar to Mosaic, but without as much of the funk that Mosaic has as well.
That's the goodies right there.
I miss hoppy beer.
That's the goodies.
It misses you.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy hops, man. I really do.
And last but not least.
And finally, the famous Joyride Double IPA. We've been brewing this since our first year open. It was originally just supposed to be a one-off beer. And each time people would see me in the tap room, they'd ask, "Well, you're brewing that again, right?" And I'd be like, that was really hard."
I mean, that's how you know when it's like,
Fair
it's
to
time
say.
to be. Yeah, you're like, okay, it was a one-off, and that worked better than what I thought, and so now we make it.
Fair to say, flagship.
Yes. So after we brewed it, I think either the fourth or fifth time, because we just used to call it Double IPA without a name on it at all, and then we decided to give it the Joyride moniker.
Go see them. Joyride Brewing Company. Great patio. I mean, you heard it all right there. Delicious brews, great patio, great friends, great people. it's worth it as a destination spot. If you live in the neighborhood, you're probably there right now. you know, and you're going to get a rush from this Garth Brooks deal.
Bring all your friends that don't drink.
Guys, thank you. We're going on a road trip. We're heading out next week. The next 2 weeks, we'll be on the road touring Colorado for some of the finest ingredients around for summer dinner series. We're going to include Joyride Brewing Company as one of the beers for one of our dinners, and it's just as delicious as it comes. All right, for myself, Greg Hollenbach, Jay Parker, and Little Rich Schneider, thank you, Dave Avery, and Brian. We'll see you on the road. We'll see you next week from the road on the Modern Eater Show.
Thank you, everybody.
At Indeed, we believe you're clear. A great way to see an overview of a candidate, but you're not hiring a resume. You're hiring a person. That's why Indeed offers tools that help bridge the gap between a candidate and the resume, like skill tests, which let you actually see a candidate's abilities in action to make sure they're a good fit for the job. See beyond the resume with Indeed. Experience Indeed for yourself today and get a free sponsored job upgrade on your first posting at Indeed.com/promo. Terms and conditions apply.
At Walgreens, we know that your day doesn't stop for diabetes. So when you've got places to go and people to see, count on Walgreens every day to get expert diabetes advice 24/7. Find all major brands of testing supplies like Walgreens True Metrics in-store and online. And download tools to help you stay on track, like our 5-star mobile app with Pill Reminder. At Walgreens, we are your diabetes go-to. Stop by and talk to your pharmacist today. Walgreens, trust